My good folks. Friends. Hold on. Clap. There we go. Sorry, I can't come on. I can't come on until they're clapping. Welcome in, my friends. Welcome, folks. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, I was getting my hot chocolate made. A little bit of a late start for me. We had our podcast this morning, and it was great talks about crafting. Yeah, we talked a lot about crafting, and it was good times. But today, we're here for the stream. Welcome, folks, to your January 23rd Space Tomato Garden Party. We're here to do some mining. We're going to play some Star Rupture, do some base building, and we're going to talk about virtual reality in Star Citizen. That is because there's like updates and stuff going on with virtual reality, and people like it, so why don't we talk about that? But first, my hellos to you, good folks, good people, good friends, children, let it out. Yes, cheer. Let's hear it for them. They're great. They're space nerds, dude. What's better in life than a good space nerd? How y'all been doing this week? You ready for the weekend? You ready for a good Saturday? Toes. I hope so, dude. Wait. Hold up. AAK started us off hot and spicy today and dropped 5 subs on the chat. That means we're gonna save yesterday's Toes Gang, or Wednesday's Toes Gang, and we're starting it over. My man AAK. Thank you, brother. Toes. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you for keeping this going. And thank you for keeping the folks safe. Everybody, can we get a shout for AAK, please? I don't mean like the stream shout, just like a thanks. He's a fire service person. He keeps us all safe and healthy. And we also thirst after him. Thank you, bro. Didinsky, good to see you in chat. Maverick, welcome in, dude. Juke, Mr. Juke. Sir Sky Squawka, good to see you, dude. Lurch, Brigadier, welcome in, guys. A lot of good names in chat today. Like my favorites. Zeth, Cameron, Austri, welcome. Welcome in. Are those new pop-up thingies? You don't remember seeing them before. New pop-up thingies. What, we got some kind of alert? Did Mrs. Tomato change alerts? Or are they just actually working now? Possibly. Maybe. Maverick, thanks for resubbing to it. 29 months and 98 infinity as well. 3 months now. Mr. Infinity. That's like almost infinity. 3 months. 3. 1, 2, 3. Forever. Wow. How it works, right? What are you guys drinking this morning? Anybody joining me in the hot chocolate gang? Oh, that's good. Base building in Star Rupture. Does say that in the title, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're going over to Star Rupture afterward. 4.6 is not out, it's in PTU right now. The fact that you're not using a damp sponge for that blackboard grinds my gears. Yeah? You want to talk a little more about your gears? No, it's a nice clean chalk color. Ah. It's a little dirty. Maverick, you got mostly hot chocolate, but definitely a shot of Go Juice. Oh, with the mocha. Very cool. Have I tried crafting yet? I have. Ask me anything you want. I just recorded a whole podcast episode with 10 Pound 42. We had a good talk about what crafting is, what it's going to do, what it's not going to do. You know, regular Star Citizen speculation and stuff. It's a good talk. I also have a video I'm working on for Star Citizen crafting that is almost done. It should be out tomorrow. Now we stare at the mark he made. I don't know, man. It looks like we're just going to have to fill in Toes Gang to cover that markup. Mrs. Tomato is currently editing the podcast, so if you are a supporter, a Twitch supporter, if you're a sub or you get a sub during this stream, keep an eye out. You'll have access to the podcast in the next few hours. Does Star Rupture feel like Satisfactory?
Thank you very much.
You're going to answer that along with me? I haven't played it yet. We're about to jump in together today. PK! Dude! I'm so sorry. Can we hear a hello in the chat for PK? Just dropped 10 freaking subs, dude. Thank you so much. Holy crap. Wait. I just got a new soundbite. Mrs. Tomato, we gotta write this down. Get your pen and paper out. Okay. New soundbite. You're gonna hate this one. Wait, this one's for you.
Diva.
She just burst into the freaking room with a...
Diva.
She just literally, like the Kool-Aid Man, burst through the door carrying this thing over her head. Who did it? Diva. What? I'm over here trying to talk to her about making the stream better, and she's over here dancing and singing about shooting me with a Nerf gun from far too close.
What were you gonna say?
I got a new soundbite for us. You're gonna hate it.
What is it?
So I was just thinking, PKP came in the chat, dropped like 10 subs. Our boy PKP. He's gonna hate that. I love it. And I was thinking,
Hello, PK.
my boy.
Hello, PK.
My boy.
Hello, PK.
Who's that?
Hello, PK.
Maverick. I was thinking my boy, right? And I'm trying to think, what's like a famous sound bite where somebody says my boy?
Out of 4?
Mm-mm.
That's
That's my boy. Who says that?
No, that's too sad. I would cry every time.
Yeah, but also...
But that's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get that immediately.
Okay, please. Ow. Ow! Okay, the computer. Yeah, Maverick, you got it. God, thank you, Diva. Jerk. Exactly. The Harry Potter. We have that guy pop out every time. That's my boy! That's kind of messed up. But also, it's very funny. But yeah, I'm excited about crafting. Crafting's looking good. Thank you so much, PK, for the subs, dude. I appreciate you. And Brig, thanks for the bits. My man. Stop shooting me. I keep forgetting to reset the whole economy, so you guys can't do that anymore. What's up, NECA? Good to see ya. Didinsky, you redeemed one too? How they massacred my boy, the Godfather. That sounds a little too long. I like it's a nice, quick, succinct, my boy, desperation, you know, sorrow, disturbances. She's kicking the door in now. She's getting too in character for this. All right, let's talk about VR. So, my man Sylvan. Whoop. Okay. Virtual reality updates. It was dropped in 4.5, but Ow! God.
ATC.
Thank you. As I was saying, it was dropped in 4.5, yeah. But in 4.6, we're getting some more VR improvements, some updates, and some stuff. Sylvan, the mastermind behind the updates so far, has been active. I mean, dude, they've been very active. Him and Yogi. Stop shooting me, and my tomatoes will be fine. Him and Yogi have been so active on the forums, answering questions, giving support, talking about the process of getting this VR working. There was like a couple day period a few weeks ago where it was they literally replied like 20 something times to people in the course of just a couple hours. So they've been all over it. And there's a new update coming in 4.16. Sylvan gave us some details on, so I figured I'd go over those for you. I haven't tried it yet, but, well, maybe soon. All right, let's get into it. So, Sylvan said, like leaning off to the side, hope you've been enjoying the native experimental VR support. That's really loud. Just turn that down a bit. There we go. We've introduced over the holidays in 4.5. The response has been absolutely mind-blowing, and seeing it in your hands and the joy it's bringing has been incredibly rewarding for the team. The team! Can we get rid of this? Doesn't need to be there. Naturally, there's still a lot of work to do to make what it's meant to be. With that in mind, here are the changes we prepared for 4.6. So, we got some bug fixes. We've already seen some of this in the actual 4.6 patch notes, but this is a separate post from Sylvan himself. This is from last week, but there's been another update just today, and that's kind of where this is headed. So for the updates he's been saying in 4.6, they fixed a bunch of crashes.
Sylvan.
All hair Sylvan? You gonna stick with that one? So, fixed crashes, especially when turning VR on, added better error descriptions, fixed fog not affecting transparent objects, fixed camera view, look behind, and no longer apply the IPD scale to head tracking movements if it's below 1 frame, 1.0 f-stop, I'm guessing. No longer reset the head tracking in any kind of interaction mode. Okay, new options have been added. Selection for FPS, ADS, offset to the dominant eye, extended mirror mode, more on that down below, stereo cursor scale sensitivity and coupling to head movement, eye tracking support for the stereo cursor, depth of field toggle, mobi-glass distance. So, quality of life stuff mostly. The fact is it works. It's not crashing out a ton, and it's getting iterative improvements. In the next patch, this is a good sign. The fact that Sylvan is so passionate about this, and let me tell you, this man is passionate about it, okay? There's a, actually, in this, I've talked to this guy about this a lot. This picture, the one you guys know where I'm smiling like a stupid child, because let's be honest, I was a stupid child. I was watching a space game. How can you not be? Sylvan's sitting right here next to me during this picture. We spent a lot of time those days talking about Star Citizen and his passions about it and stuff. He's not gonna leave virtual reality alone. And I don't think he's going anywhere. He's very valuable to CIG. He does good work for them. So I could see this being a regular thing that's going to be improving over time. I would say in terms of if it was worth investing in virtual reality for Star Citizen, yes. I built my computer for Star Citizen. I'm sure some of you did too. And I'm not going to tell people that's a good idea, especially in today's market. I built my computer in a very different time. But even now, I would say investing in technology or computing of some sort for Star Citizen is a much better bet than it used to be. And virtual reality, to me, looks like a no-brainer. From what I've seen people in the actual virtual reality community saying, besides the fact that they feel like Star Citizen's a scam and they'll never try it, for those who do try it, they say that it's very impressive. And it is a good implementation of the technology, and it looks like it's going in the right direction. And they've got someone really passionate about it working on it. Besides that, that's all besides the point. We are seeing an update in 4.6 after 4.5, and that's good. Stereo cursor improvements are coming in. Eye tracking support's getting added. He says that he's only tried it with the Pimax Crystal Super, and although it was good enough, it was not perfect. You know, this is all experimental still. It's all still getting work done. Mirror mode update was added. Theater mode has been added so you can watch the screen instead of being in the world. There was a launcher update. And he mentioned a little of what's next. He said that the marker and UI rework is still a work in progress. Can't promise it'll be fixed for 4.6, but they are trying. He also said many people have already figured out that you can use stereo UI lens depth and stereo scale form depth to fix it. However, that breaks other stuff. So that's the main thing they're working on here in terms of what's next. Now, in the far distant future, he has talked about full body scale tracking. He's talked about full like hand tracking. And in a game like Star Citizen where they're weirdly focused on interactions to the point where there's like a whole segment. Hold on. Man, I butchered squadron right there. Squadron. I said. This right here.
As it's a core component of Squadron and really grounds the world that you inhabit.
They love
sure
this, dude. They freaking... Okay. Can we not? Star Citizens. Can you back up? They love physical support, dude. Listen to Rich.
Craft an experience that we can be really...
He's so into this.
Is the feeling of the player interacting with the world around them.
Interact.
As it's a core component of Squadron and really grounds the world that you inhabit.
They're really into this, right? This is perfectly made for VR. This was like what all the early demos were of. You would have the little VR controllers, right? And you'd grab them and they would model a hand and you would... What was that? You would grab them, right? And they'd model a hand and then you can interact with things in the game. This was literally how they would always do VR stuff. So I think this is made for it. I think Squadron will probably get VR support at some point. And I fully expect there to be hand, body tracking, all of the coolest things that have to do with VR stuff. So I would say this is a pretty solid bet to at least try it out. But it's good that it's getting regular support now. What he said about the update today is that there's a couple new fixes coming down the line. HDR compatibility fixes a crash that occurs when enabling HDR with a connected headset. HDR is now automatically disabled when VR is enabled. He's got a OpenXR layer management update, whatever you call it. Disabled motion compensation layer by default to prevent crashes. Disabled the OpenXR toolkit by default due to compatibility issues. And they've got a menu system update. It is now world locked in front of the player instead of view aligned. That's actually really nice. It's yikes. It's not fun to like need to try and move your head to look at the menu and then the menu looks because you're moving your head. It keeps moving. So that's pretty nice. These are good additions. It's all quality of life, right? Not big updates for 4.6, but it's like I don't know, it's like the eye tracker, right? Tobii 5 Eye Tracker is not a focus of any given update in Star Citizen, but if you didn't own one, you wouldn't know it was getting updates year after year, getting a little bit better. A couple little things here and there, a little more, a better settings menu, better quality of life improvements. That's probably what's going to happen with VR here. And while you might not hear about it all the time as somebody who doesn't use it, the people who do use it are probably enjoying it. And I think this is probably going to end up being a good showcase to grab one. Like I said before, I built my computer for Star Citizen, and I will probably end up buying VR for Star Citizen. In the long term, I'm still waiting for them to not look like big freaking goofy buckets on your face, but it looks like we're basically there already, so I'll probably be picking up a headset myself sometime soon. But I will have something to say about it soon, so keep an eye out. Anyways, let's get to the game. Now you can open Star Citizen. You can not be so impatient. Who's been playing in VR, and what do you think of it so far? VR is neat, but since you need to rely on external devices to play, you don't use it for long. What do you mean by that? Oh, like rather than your main monitor? All right, can we stop with the other music, dude? If we're gonna play these beautiful tracks in this love, I don't need some other deep house bongo beats to play in the background on it, you know? Okay, we're gonna go to New Babbage because my goal today is to find an ice cave. I don't know if they're actually in the game, and that's actually not my goal. My goal is to try out the FPS mining mission. I could care less about an ice cave. The Pimax Super is the headset you were waiting for. Why is that? What is it? Is the Pimax Super a like a sequel? Is it? What's the alternative? My God, hot chocolate is good. Yum. I'm all done with my hot chocolate. Now I'm on to tea gang. All right. I've got my actual hot drink now. This is one that I won't just like... My problem is that while I like hot chocolate and other things that are really delicious and good, they're also not great for you, and I drink things too fast. Like I'll go out to a place and we'll be all chill and good and having a good time. We all buy our like milkshakes or something because we're getting dessert, and then by the time we sit down at the table, I've already drank 4/5 of it, 80% gone, like that. I didn't mean to. It wasn't the plan. Just really yummy. You know? Did you react to this week's ISC? Yeah, actually. Now that you mention it. I was supposed to post that this morning. Did I post to Space Tomato 2 this morning? I did. That was the monthly report, though. Oh, I might not have put that one up for edit. ISC reaction. I've got it here. No. Holy crap. Thank you so much for asking me about that. I didn't realize I had not queued this one up. So I recorded it, but never got around to posting it. Yeah, I'll have that posted up later today. There, chat's over here doing my job for me again. ISC reaction. Alright, cool. As long as that's all good. In the long run, nothing is good for you. Have you not heard of air? What is the advantage of using virtual desktop over Steam Link? Oh, dude, I can't tell you that. Sounds like you're asking a real VR user question. Okay, hold on. I've got to do my intro. The intro's getting good, you know? Gotta be, it's gonna be looking real basic this time. What is the, how do I stuff this thing under my arm? There we go. Okay. Look at my goofy looking eyes. Okay. And I need to put our Tobii on. I might have to restart it. Oh well. Alright, let's start, yeah? Air is actually deadly, but it takes like 70-ish years to kill you. You just gotta keep that the balance, right? You exclusively played with your paladin and kept it stacked with things. It did not get destroyed challenge. Once you get your power supply shot down, you were able to repair it and get out before there was a player able to destroy you. No, that's cool. The stuff that makes iron rust in your lungs can't be healthy. No, get it out of there. Disgusting. Take a look at the star map info update while you're in there. New planet info panel. What? While I'm... Wait, where? In the PTU? Interesting. Did I ask you where I can buy food yesterday? I don't think so. I wasn't online yesterday. I wasn't even in game. Well, maybe I was briefly. Anyways, let's start. Today, my friends, we are going to be looking for minables. There are new mining missions in the game, and I think they're a big deal because we need missions in order to introduce players to gameplay and understand how the gameplay works. Like, nobody wants to go online and look at a YouTube tutorial or a blog post to understand how or where to mine for gems. So these missions could be really important, and they could be the way to get everyone in the game. And honestly, I think everyone should be getting into mining at least once. As we get into crafting, you're going to want to do this at least a couple times. And this is a great way to learn it. Just kind of checking it out. So that's not a way to get you to invest in staying here or anything, but you should, because it's a good idea. So we're going to go cave diving. We're going to fly to a cave. Oh, just put that helmet on my booty there. We're going to fly to a cave. And then we are going to dive into that cave and find the goods that it has to offer us. We're going to rob that booty and see how much we can sell it for. Because I think this could be one of the best ways for a newcomer to get into Star Citizen. It used to be courier missions, and courier missions are back. But I do think that beginner mining missions could be a great way for people to start. So let's go ahead and get geared up, and then we'll make our way to the cave and get a mission. Well, if it is at a cave, I have to see the mission first. I'm gonna need an undersuit first though, but like, these are cool jackets that I got. I like them. Is that another one that I got from R-Corp? Was that like clothing? Ah, a little R-Corp. Dude, these are cool. I'd definitely wear these if I could wear more clothes around, but I always, you know. I already don't remember my helmet. Maybe we shouldn't push my luck. We'll grab one of these basic undersuits here. And I think I'll actually grab my bounty hunting set. Because it's easy to put on it. It's all right there. This is only going to allow us to have a small backpack, and that's not going to be okay. No, we need to get a big backpack for this adventure, actually. So let's pick a different core. Something a little larger. Medium. I guess we could do medium. Jeez, that looks weird. Need a medium backpack if we're gonna have a medium everything else. And God knows we're not using that disgusting Strata backpack. Ew, dude. That'll do. Alright, we're going full industry today, so I'm actually going to bring a repair and salvage module with me, just in case. We're going to throw one in our backpack, as well as a tractor beam, a mining attachment. Obviously, going to need a med pen because it's me. A couple Cambrio pods. And a pistol. Fire extinguisher, just in case we find ourselves in 0G. Because that's just kind of who I am. I think that's just about everything we need. Is there anything else we could possibly need while we're out there? When is 4.6 supposed to be released? I'm going to go ahead and guess it's either Thursday or Friday of next week is when we'll see 4.6. Quote me on it.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
Mining is so chill, love it, but hate those bugged rocks you can't scan or mine. Yeah, that can be annoying. Alright, quintessential solo ship we're going to be taking for this one. Tractor beam. I have the tractor beam attachment.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
If I had a tractor tool, I'd probably take it with me, but I don't. So I won't. I guess I could bring another multi-tool and put a tractor beam on that one. And then put a mining attachment on this one. And then carry my pistol with me. Yeah, we need beginner everything missions. We need beginner engineering missions. Technically, we have those in Pyro, but they're not very good. Not yet. Is anybody else happy we are getting bi-monthly patches instead of every month? I think it's a happy medium. I think it's a good place to be. You know, they proved throughout well, really any time between 2016 and 2024, they proved that continuing to focus on pushing features and progress at all costs is effective in keeping a certain kind of player engaged and locked in. But it's not great for the health of the game itself. Not just because, well, in the specific way that their game works, it's not good for the health. There's a supporter-only video. If you're on Twitch or YouTube, you have access to it now. For everybody else, it's coming out in the next few months. And it's about how CIG for such a long time has used hype to keep driving their sales. Like, you can see this really, really clearly too. The change has been drastic recently. If you look at the recent Citizen Cons, you can see how they are focused very much on the stuff that they know they're working on that is probably somewhat close to being delivered, in the sense that like somebody has done some work on it. And when I say recently, I mean in the last 2, maybe 3 years, like maybe since 2023. And while not all that stuff has shown up, you can tell that what was shown was at least working for Squadron 42, right? It was existent in some way. Citizen Con was not like that before. For a lot of the time, it was about the direction, you know, the dream, where they wanted to go. Imagine. Many people remember their planetary tech demo, where they were meant to be showing off what their new planet tech technology could do, but instead they got caught up in showing off gameplay and talking about finding downed satellites and assassinating pirates and sneaking onto a derelict bangle and running into a giant sandworm. So of course that didn't end up being a planet tech demo in people's minds. It ended up being a freaking advertisement for a cool ass game that never showed up. And they were just constantly doing things like that. Not just at CitizenCon. Inside Star Citizen used to be called Around the Verse. And way before monthly reports were a thing, they would just dedicate one Around the Verse to an entire studio's monthly report. So all the things that you saw in the monthly report would be done in video format. Now imagine if you were getting Inside Star Citizen, but the information in Inside Star Citizen was equivalent to what was in the monthly report, which can always be stuff that's like a year plus away. All of that kind of combined into this situation where people were stuck paying attention to Star Citizen because CIG was talking about cool stuff. They were showing cool feature development. They were pushing interesting features in tech, but for the average player, that wasn't really all that interesting. So that's why for a long time this was a pretty niche project. It was like, hey, cool, space stuff. Everybody's kind, everybody's drawn by passion. We're all stuck in this pot together, so it's all good vibes. But over the last like 5 years, this has slowly started to turn more and more towards a game, and the audience has changed and their communication has changed along with it. And I think that the whole idea behind the way that they do like their communication and stuff, it's gotten a lot crazier. And so when you suggest doing bi-monthly patches, you go back to the way that the game used to be and you think, well, they could afford to just wait 3 months between every big content drop because there was so much to talk about all the time. Not because there was so much going on, but because they just wanted to talk about it. It was being developed. It wasn't like we were going to see it, but it was there. So they could spend a lot of time talking about stuff in between patches, and that kept people up to date. Last year, nothing was getting talked about. There was no Inside Star Citizen. Almost every single episode of Inside Star Citizen was a advertisement for a patch or a ship or something like that. So they made a whole bunch of updates. We got an update every month. It kept people engaged. It kept the average player, the casual player, more interested because they didn't have to talk about the stuff like they used to. They just gave us updates that gave people some interesting things to do. Just lost control of my ship.
Engines online. Engines offline.
Can you stop?
Engines online. Engines offline.
Okay. Can I have my engines, please?
Engines online.
There we go. So yeah, last year they very clearly were able to advertise to a different group of people because they had actual stuff to deliver. It wasn't all talk. It wasn't just putting in features that might be interesting and keep all the space nerds engaged. It was a game being built. At this point, I think they're halfway in between the two. There's plenty of features that they need to incorporate into the game, but there's also a distinct focus on Squadron and a very, very clear need to keep people playing as opposed to just watching, which is like, you know, what Around the Verse used to do. So bi-monthly, this is all to say, this is insane that it took me this long to say this. This is all to say that bi-monthly updates make sense because they're now stuck in between the two extremes of what they've done. They've focused on content and keeping game-playing players engaged, and they focused on communication and keeping the more feature and development focused people engaged. This year, it looks like they're going to try and split that. And they want to give every couple of months worth of content with some things in between to keep the game players up, but they also want to keep the preview channel and the PTU and the feature development going so that the people who are actually interested in the finished game are also sticking around. Best of freaking luck, CIG. I just want to land here just so that I can not spawn back at the city if we do die. So you know there's a good chance we die. 2016 CitizenCon is a prime example of that. Yeah. Really is. There we go. It does allow the devs to breathe a bit more, yeah. There were a couple times last year where the devs specifically mentioned that the monthly cadence was like running them raw.
Landing gear down. Landing complete.
You don't talk much about the stuff you get your info from Tomato on YouTube and here on Twitch, and the rest is what you experience in game. Problem with CIG is they talk a lot while saying very little. I think they talk a lot about things that don't materialize quickly, so it feels like very little. It's easy to think that just because they've mentioned a feature and it doesn't come up again in talks for 9 months, they've forgotten about it or gotten rid of it or something. A lot of times they just talk about it too early, or things change out from underneath them, and whatever it is that somebody mentioned couldn't be iterated on. Not to say it's not a problem. I find that annoying as well, but I think it's inevitable with a open style of communication around the development. It's not letting me do any of my services, but at least we landed. Now let us get our mission here. I'm actually not seeing mining, interestingly enough.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
Mining missions are disabled.
Launch complete.
Are you f***ing kidding me? Okay, well, I guess I'm not doing mining missions then. This whole thing was a waste of time. Young people think 9 months is a long time, is a lifetime. For someone of your age, it's nothing. That's tonight's build. Bruh. Are you okay? We're gonna call an audible then. Where am I? What is going on? Where am I? What is happening? Why am I inside the space station? Did they freaking claim? Did they store my ship? Bunch of
Please proceed
holes,
to
dude.
assigned landing bay.
Get me out of here, dick. I can't even tell what what I'm looking at in here, man. Where is the exit? Can I just fly across over there, or am I? Oh no, that's the center of the station. So I should just be able to leave going this way, right? Can I just fly through this wall? No, I'm actually making contact with it. Okay, well that's good. What if I just kind of boop my way out through here, right? Is this doesn't exist anymore, right? I could just okay. Oh, okay. All right, we're good. Perseverance, I guess. Okay, we're just gonna find a cave in mine then. Screw the stupid missions. I guess forget you beginners and newcomers, you don't get one of these. We're gonna find this the natural way. We're gonna fly down to the surface and see if we can scan for a cave. Main problem you're having with CIG's updates, they're forcing you to do certain missions and taking out the ones you love, or allowing them to go broken. Ultimately, I would say don't feel the need to do the missions that CIG puts in. Like, if they are putting in new missions, yeah, I don't know what to say other than don't do them. Like, these mining missions aren't required per se. They're made because the people who do like this gameplay do need these missions. The same goes for the combat missions, and you'll find that mostly they add missions based on whatever gameplay they have ready. I've always been surprised by mining and why that didn't get missions, but for combat at least, that's been the most easy to make gameplay for them. Is there any news about rebalancing difficulties on the Stormbreaker and other sandbox activities? Not that I've seen. Just rebalancing loot for the most part. Alright. Mid-microtech. It's not too snowy here, so I'm sure there should be some interesting biome mixture down below. We'll dive through these clouds and then see if we can find any caves. Whoa. Once at Shubin, there's a cave you can fly into 16 clicks away from the mountains. In the mountains. Alright, if I can't find anything, we'll give that a go. Dude, what is this biome? Wait, there are harvestables down there. It's not even a cave, I just kind of want to see what we could find. It's like a thick forest. Can we land somewhere down here? Whoop. Bro. What am I sitting on? Oh, there's like little tiny trees down there, so yeah, we really got to be able to deform like the small sticks and stuff. There we go. Yeah. First good landing spot for a new, something new. See if we can find anything. Harvestables are off to our right in front of the ship. Keep that in mind. Oh, there's some off to our left too. Dude. Yeah, see, this is what I'm into. Being able to just kind of find stuff and see what's going on down on the ground and why it's there. Mr. James Pruitt. Monsignor Pruitt. Dude, thank you for the membership on YouTube. Really appreciate you. YouTube is not the premier place for a membership, but you, my friend. You made them shiny and looking good again today.
One eternity later.
You hope they update the LODs for trees? Maybe with Planet Tech they will. Okay, so off this way. Let's head off to the left side here first and see. Oh, what is that? It's just random snow plant. It's the rare snow plant. They call it ice fungus. Thank you very much. Oh shit, Fola, bro.
Let's go.
Hey, give Fola a shout, folks. This guy just. Thank you very much. Thank you, Fola. Thanks for supporting the stream, dude. Thank you for making YouTube such a bright and shiny place. Thank you very much. Kind sir, don't besmirch YouTube's good name. Listen, yeah. You're right. Honestly, you're right. Thank you very much. Fola was the #1 on Toes Gang last year, and Fola was a YouTube stan. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. Thank you very much. Also, this is the part where I would need FPS scanning. Because where in the world were those harvestables? Where'd they go? As soon as you get out of your ship, they're gone. We gotta be able to send the data that we get from scanning in a ship down to our visor, or else. Thank you very much. This is pointless. You'd have to land on the harvestables to know where they are. Thank you very much. Yeah, FPS scanning is, I think, a bigger thing than it's considered to be for reasons like this. Let's go back to the ship. We gotta find something. Is this Star Citizen? Yes. Yes, indeed. We have not switched over to Star Rupture yet. Dreaming of those Daisy Bear encounters. Bro, how about the Boreal Stalker? Did I fall over? The Boreal Stalker is going to be terrifying to run into on Microtech. Sonic All-Stars. This is Marvel Rivals. New DLC. Okay, so The heart. Oh, sunset berries. No wonder I couldn't find them. Stupid sunset berries. Those are golden lemons, I think.
Engines online. Engines offline.
It actually doesn't look like they're that far away either.
Engines online. Launch complete.
Look at that. We could land closer anyways. Oh, it's literally those are the bushes. That's why they look... Uh-oh. Did I just hurt myself? Dude, that's why the bushes are icy, because they are literally a harvestable. I was just too stupid to try and pick something from them. Ow. It's a bit of a rough landing. Can we... Dude, they're really gonna need to let us squash these small trees. Alright, let's try this again. Did just headbutt the tree, so probably... Listen, dude, I didn't collect millions of pounds of iron to construct this ship on my base fabrication hangar just so that a freaking tree could blow parts off of it, okay? Otherwise, I'd just make my spaceships out of trees. Starting a forest fire with your engines. Only you could prevent forest... Oh, sick ship, dude. Never mind. Nobody could prevent that forest fire. Okay, so here's our harvestables. Is it snowing? Bro, I forgot they added snow. Oh, I can... Ah, yeah, you can just grab them from these... Dude, these are in the wrong biome. They stand out like a sore, icy thumb. We'll take them anyways. Things like these will be useful for crafting at some point. The funny thing is, in a game like this, if you've ever played an RPG, you definitely don't want these kinds of harvestables to show up on your scans unless you really want to scan for them. So I'm thinking we're going to have to be able to filter our scans, or at the very least have certain scanning hardware detect certain things. Like there's going to be so many harvestables on every planet in every place. I don't want all those popping up all the time. Alright, I've grabbed enough berries. Back to the ship! We've got mining to do. Wait, I've got a sound thing for this. Did I run past the ship? I did. One of the things you liked about Icarus, come crashing down, breaking trees on the way just to then use that wood to make your home. Hey, that's pretty cool. How is Icarus? Icarus is the Rust style game in the sci-fi world, right? Hey, Benefit, thank you for the bits, dude. These are all very fun to hear you spawn. We should make a collab album? Probably. Did we just drop into the PS1 era? What's going on? Brother playing combat music. It's a setup. Just, you know, average Star Citizen problems. Just all the trees disappear briefly.
Landing gear up.
Enjoying having a solid survival experience and deep grafting gameplay. Is that the game I'm thinking of though? Icarus? Is that right? The trees and grass don't react to player interaction. I think they do react to the wind, though. Dude, this is a lot of trees. It's kind of crazy. The space that we're looking at right now is generally the space used for an entire video game. Right? What, like 20, 40 square kilometers? You could fit a whole video game inside there. Icarus has a really nice weather dynamic too. Is it actually a good game? It looked kind of like it was going to just be an attempt at something Rust-like. Some aphrite. Let's see if we can pick that up real quick. Looks like it's on the surface. Icarus has a cult following. I did not know. Oh. Chat will tell you I'm just a bad pilot. What's up, Diz? How you doing, dude? How is your day going? This is normal. Everything is fine. So unfortunately, as a new player, if you decide to try these new missions, they very well might not even make it to them, if that happens. So that's one of the problems that Star Citizen needs to figure out on its own right now, and that's kind of, I think, what people are hoping would be gone after the year of playability, but we are back, my friends. We're back. In full form. No, I wasn't getting shot at. That's a visual glitch you get with the Clipper in third person. Thoughts on the Clipper versus the C1? Clipper's got more things you can do, but the C1 is the better ship. Gotta be that guy. Square miles of space doesn't mean anything in game development. The complexity and depth of what is put in said square miles is what matters. You're right, Diz. You did have to be that guy. Somebody always has to point out it's not the size that matters, but you know who's always saying that? Oh, let me hold up real quick. Yo, Maverick. I can't.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
What's happening?
Yo, are you in the PTU?
I can be. I am currently fidgeting with Star Rupture.
Oh, okay. No problem then. You do you.
No. I was just doing the tutorial.
Oh, you haven't played it yet?
No, I played the beta early access version of it, and then just installed the game last night to get it set up. So.
Oh, I didn't even get to play the beta. I just like covered it before it came out. I'm excited to jump in here soon though.
What do you want to do in the PT?
I'm trying to find some minables. I want to find the, well, you know, I wanted to find a mineable, FPS mineable mission since those aren't here. I guess just like get an idea of how the FPS mineable gameplay is. I don't know, man. It might not even be worth doing it now.
And are you simply looking like you've been looking at a cave?
Yeah, let's just go find some like a cave in Microtech and do some mining. And I missed my freaking train. God dang it.
Yeah. Do you want me to send you a link to where a cave is to save the monotonous process of trying to scan for them?
Sure, but I think we can go to that area and then find it specifically rather than just go straight to it.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to scan around for it. Like,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
won't be able to go straight
Yeah.
to it.
Sounds good. I will be right back.
Send you the link. Okay.
Give me 1 minute, folks. Be back in a minute. I said that twice. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I just had to see, get off the freaking chairs, dude. Oh my god. You guys are such wannabe friends of this thing. He doesn't like you. He doesn't even respond. He doesn't talk to you. He doesn't act cool. He doesn't talk about fun things. Why do you think the chair is so cool? Get over him. He's a f***ing Sorry, I might be a little jealous. He danced for you?
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
You danced for them?
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking.
You know how many
passengers.
things I've had to do to get this chair to dance and it still doesn't?
The capsule will be
What's your thoughts on when Squadron 42 is coming out? Actually, that is something you can ask the chair instead. I won't hear about it. I'll have none of that. Chair is a good listener. Are you going through some things in life? And the chair's there for you? It's been a shoulder to lie on? Listen. The chair was a good friend, okay? It listened to me. It paid attention to me. It treated me like I was something to be seen. The chair took me out when I had nowhere to go for lunch and I was sad. The chair, it joined me. It was nothing big. It just sat with me at the table, like chairs do. When I had that bad night, when you were yelling at me, I had nowhere to go and nowhere to sit. The chair was there, okay? I could sit on the chair during my bad night, god dang it. So you can't f***ing blame me for sitting on the chair when my legs are tired. And if that means this relationship is over, if that means I have to choose you or the chair, but comfort is paramount. And scene! How was it, everybody? You liked? Yeah, that was. You liked it? Yeah, cool. Thanks. I've been rehearsing all night. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. No, I got callbacks, so I'm really excited. It's my first part. Yeah, it's my first big part. Sorry, this is what happens when you get used to the commute in Star Citizen. They keep saying remove the trains. Okay, you keep the trains in game. You have to deal with weird, cringy streamer behavior. Sit on me, daddy. Yeah, that's not the weirdest thing I've heard today. Please don't slap the chair. Oh, I'm more respectful than that. Never lay a hand on a chair. All right? I fight wars. I get in street fights. I kill a man. But no matter what happens, I'll never lay a hand on a chair. No. No chairs, no children.
welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle. Shut up. Do this every day. What are we gonna fly in?
Whatever ship you don't want to crash.
How about a Merlin?
I mean, if you can fit 2 people in there.
Nah, we'll go with the classic. Where are you at, by the way?
Microtech, I should be on your server. I don't know. Hang on a second.
Tours.
The bottomless pit of the people that are here.
Hi, and welcome to New Babbage.
Somebody is clipping him saying, "Sit on me, daddy," right? Nope.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. Lost to history.
Too late. It's done. There's a party invite pending for you as well.
Okay.
Selected. Stand by.
You're in your hangar, which means
Yup.
I should be able to make my way to you. Actually, I should
Oh yeah, the Spirit does have a... Wait, does the Spirit have a good radar? I feel like the
any
Spirit
exploration
should have a
ship.
good radar.
The cutter does.
Yeah?
Have
Guess
you
the
got have you got a
Cutter
turtle?
Scout?
What's the what's the little turtle ship called? Can't remember.
Terrapin.
Come on, chat. Terrapin. There you go.
Yeah.
That'll work.
How's that
That's an
thing do?
exploration ship. Yeah, what's an exploration ship? So should do great.
Terrapin it is.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage
Drake
facility.
Cutter. Yeah, I don't even have the Cutter, so I'll go with the Terrapin. The T-Pin. Nappy boy T-Pin. DJ Khaled. Sorry. It's an early 2000 throwback there. Because T-Pin sounds like T-Pain. Yeah, sorry.
Following location.
Did you guys ever get T-Pain over there? Was that ever a thing?
No, it was a thing. Still is probably for some poor people.
Yeah? Okay. I don't know.
Thank
I don't
you.
know how
Thank you very
international
much.
he was.
Wasn't T-Pain the one with the horrifically large amount of what's the voice editing called? The
Auto-tune, yes,
auto-tuning?
yes, yeah. He
Yeah,
had
yeah.
long hair. He was known for buying drinks. Or at least he sang about it. Just game! Just get game! Sorry, dude. Thank you for the support, my man. Thanks for... Hailing from 1945, my dude is out here actually being a huge part of driving the stream this month. Thank you. Every month is a new month, and Just Game's been a January MVP. We appreciate you, dude. How's your day going?
Yeah, pretty chill, man. It's been a pretty quiet start to the day. Your podcast was at 4:15 in the morning for me, so that was an early start.
Oi. Well, thanks for dropping in. I hope it was interesting
That's all
enough to validate that.
I'm normally up pretty early, so that's all good. How many mining attachments do you have by any chance?
Ooh, you know, that's a good question. I had 2, but I died. So I should go back and get all of my stuff again. And also add that to the death tracker. Nobody reminded me to add the death tracker.
Are you tracking PTU? Yes.
Yeah.
Seems harsh, considering. Those trees.
I
weren't
usually reset the
technically-
patch. I'll reset the patch
Oh,
deaths
when-
for the live build, yeah.
That's fair.
It's hard though because I switch between PTU and live and like all the different versions, so it's not as the patch deaths number is not as consistent.
Your vehicle is visited.
Death by trees. Got to be climbing up there now.
It's almost 1945 in real life also. You doing okay? Oh, I don't have any other mining attachments.
We'll grab something. We could just zip up to the station up top. It's faster than going back into New Babbage.
Okay. So I'll meet you up there then?
No, I'll just come to your hangar. I'm right here.
Oh. Then we'll both go up there. In that case, I don't need to be grabbing this stuff. Yo, seriously, big thanks to Just Game. Thank you guys today for the support. He went into Masked Singer and sang without any autotune or anything though. He's a streamer now. He's a big streamer. He's T-Pain on Twitch. That makes sense. I actually was just reading an article yesterday about how streaming has become a new medium for celebrities in general. In big parts recently, music artists and athletes have started to take up streaming as a new medium, as opposed to just it being like its own hobby. It's like become just a branch of media personalities. Now you have press conferences, you have award shows, you have maybe like your movies or TV shows or wherever your quote unquote real work is. And then you also now have the ability to have a stream, which is like a new form of interacting. It's not new per se, but like it's becoming more mainstream, it seems. And that's interesting because I wonder how much of that is natural and how much of that going forward is going to be a reaction to people just understanding the need for more personal interactions with the amount of, I don't want to say manipulation, but maybe not necessarily straightforward interaction is coming with things like LLMs and generative AI and stuff. In-person things and stuff like that are more important, but you can also fake live streams now. Basically, wear somebody else's skin while you're streaming.
Looks like you're on your way. It was great being able to help you, and I hope you're able to visit us here at New Babbage again real soon.
Wow, that was quite the voice line. Oh. Wait a second. I have not been at any of the... I haven't been at the New Babbage spaceport since they did this update. But I just realized, and somebody in chat, please confirm this. Is New Babbage the only ATC that's been updated lately?
No, they all have.
Have they all? I don't.
Yeah, they've all got a different voice to them.
R-Corp doesn't seem to talk quite like New Babbage's. Like,
No,
she
that's
just
a
said,
different
thanks for coming, glad I could help you, I hope you come next time. In R-Corp, it still feels like the same voice lines as before.
Yeah.
Are there new ones down there, or do you know?
Yeah, there's a few that's scattered around. Not all of them. I don't think I've had a complete pass on them, but quite a few of them have been updated, especially the
Okay.
ones on Pyro and stuff like that.
Gunslinger is saying,
obviously.
sorry, Goonslinger is saying, Lorville 2, you think they all changed? They said that they were updating new lines for Ella as the R-Corp mission giver or person, and I was just wondering if she was about to get a big update where she had different lines, because I don't know if there are being any new updated lines at R-Corp yet.
You can make it a point for the next stream, fly around every single ATC in the game and check their voice lines.
Huh. That's actually not a bad idea.
Landing gear deployed.
Make a good YouTube short as well, probably.
Ella is the AC mission giver, not ATC. AC, ATC is just broken more often. I see. I was wondering maybe if they were going to combine them. Alright.
Ella gets stuck in a situation she can't leave.
We just need to grab a couple supplies here, right?
Right.
Cool. Some mining stuff, and then we'll be on our way. I'm going to go ahead and, if you're going to go on board and get all the supplies, I will figure out our route, and I'll wait here for you.
Check the side chat, and that'll help speed up the route.
Will do. Could you grab me a mining attachment, please?
Order. Do you want some cruise lux well on there as well?
I guess so.
But yeah, heaven forbid you have chat running down your throat about dehydration.
Oh, that's my favorite. Dude, these instructions are these are wild.
That was the easy version, trust me.
Feel like the instructions that Vastin gave me to get to a cave were much easier. Is this an ice cave? Is this a special cave? Or is it just the one you know?
This is a rock cave.
Huh.
Ice caves aren't listed at the moment, so you have to explore for those.
Are they in?
Not that I'm aware of, but again,
Oh.
no one's posted to say that they aren't. So
They didn't say them in the... So there were two things they didn't say in Inside Star Citizen. The ice caves and the space stations.
that is
Both
true.
of those are things that kind of have showed up in this PTU cycle. But I'm like, the armor was another thing I wasn't sure of, but they showed that. Do you think the ice
Isn't
caves
that-
and the space stations aren't going to be a thing?
Well, they're definitely going to be a thing. I think they have to have
Well-
ice caves on an ice planet, but I
Yeah.
think the
In
patch
4.6.
notes, yeah, patch notes haven't listed them, but I'm pretty sure you may have touched on them or in the monthly report from last year. I'm pretty sure they mentioned the stations in there, so they can't be far away.
Somebody was on one. It was a leak, so it was not the official PTU build, I think, but somebody was literally walking around on one of the Nick's space stations.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they're just not ready to go in live or what.
Maybe they're just holding them for content, you know, as fillers.
Rangzio said, R-Corp ATC operator has the cutest voice lines. I haven't even heard them. Come to think of it, we took off from R-Corp today, didn't we?
You did?
I
we
don't
just took
recall.
From New Babbage. You took off.
Oh yeah, I
We
started at
started
Babbage
in-
today, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's live I'm at R-Corp, not PTU. Aren't there caves everywhere with now with ping markers? I don't know. Thought the ice caves were data mined? They were. Still kind of hard to find even with the markers. Yeah, there can't be that many caves. Even if there are hundreds of caves, they're still going to be hard to find.
Yeah, Verse Guide has about 20, and they're all rock. At the moment, they're all the rock caves.
Only 20 caves?
Give or take. It's like, I mean, I didn't count them, but I think there's about 20 listed on Verse Guide.
Across
So
the
that's-
whole star system?
No, on just Microtech.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's pathetic.
Yeah, no, that would be underwhelming.
Yeah, 20 on a planet's not bad. I would still want there to be more, but we'll see. We'll see where they go. Ella has a cute voice, that's why you remember her and not the other resource drive mission givers. Yeah, she also wasn't a dick.
She's not like the one for Orison, for Crusader.
Why become famous and not interact with fans? Some people don't want to be famous.
That's all right. You do a pretty good job of interacting with your fans.
I personally would not want to be. It sounds exhausting. I mean, like case in point, people expect you to be a commodity.
Yeah, I'm on the ship, by the way.
Like you should get to make that choice.
You are clear to launch.
Engines online. Takeoff complete.
Ah, Terrapin, someday you're gonna be something special. PKP, you got a problem with Ava's romance with Ella? Protect Ops Center. Okay, let's see. I don't know, man. You might be better to navigate to this than I am. I love when I have to jump to the planet first before I can jump around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you know, space things. That's how navigation is done.
What happens when you use 2015 Apple Maps to get around in space? You train a pack of assault lizards to eat people slowly over several days for showing up at your house uninvited. But that means they would be at your house for several days getting eaten alive.
There you go. Did you see the info panel for Microtech while you were in the star map?
Oh no, I did not.
There you go.
Info panel for Microtech.
Yeah, so if you open up your shows the potential minables or ship minables, and then potential hand minables, potential harvestables, and creatures.
Does it show it anywhere else?
What do you mean?
Like for other... No,
Oh yeah,
it's...
yeah. If you zoom out and go to like ArcCorp, it does. Well, ArcCorp obviously doesn't have a planet.
No. I mean, like the moons are still the same as the planets.
Yeah, the moons have them as well.
But on the moons, it looks like it's the same as whatever planet they're around. So it's
the list is different. The list is different. Like if you look at Calliope, for instance, it's only got ship minables and potential.
Oh,
hand
you're
minables.
right.
Yeah, it's
oh,
it's relative to the
what?
location.
Wait a second, dude. That's awesome. So, yeah, it's like all this is really like it's really showing the signs of crafting.
Mm-hmm.
All of these different things, the ability to scan for stuff, the ability to find things, what's showing up when we do scan with ships. All of it shows like a need. CIG realizes that we have a need to find things for crafting, which is basically just becoming exploration.
Yeah, this is kind of like a segue towards exploration, but kind of a gap filler too, because obviously you would inherently want people to have to explore a location to understand what might be on that planet. But you know, there's a bit of hand-holding going on there, I feel, just in the initial stages.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're gonna have to be able to. You have to. There's got to be a better way to gamify getting that information than reading it from a list.
Yeah, 100%. What's really interesting though is if you look at Area 18 and it says the location of Ava's next girlfriend. That's quite impressive that they put that in there.
Have I ever used Unreal or any other similar software to build a game engine? No, I've never really dabbled in game engines before. Sorry, you said to build a game world. Never used game engines, never built a game world. The farthest I've gotten in terms of game development is like the actual C++ coding of it, and even that wasn't very deep. Oh! What the? Dang, they got range on these turrets, dude. Alright, point compass towards 130. 0.8, like I can tell what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Travel at 2 kilometers altitude. Well, I can't drop too low or else we're gonna get shot at. That's already the problem with this navigation. You're supposed to be starting from a hostile location. Not ideal. 250.
Shields online.
Okay. You can't travel at that speed. What? These instructions are impossible to follow, dude.
Why is that?
They're telling me to fly at 2 clicks height at 250 meters per second.
But you don't. Yeah.
But-
There's no need to be that specific with them, so long as you follow that course. It's just simply it's probably AI generated, so it's really specific. But yeah, if you just fly out to that location, which is 34 kilometers away from the op center, and just maintain that course that it gave you as you fly, you just have to spin around and ping the op center behind you in nav mode to see it, and that's it.
We'll see, man.
Shields offline.
Those are some wild instructions. I also can't scan now for whatever reason.
Maybe because I'm in the scanner.
Oh, maybe.
Let's see. Try that.
Yep.
Yeah. So if somebody sits in the scanning seat in the Terrapin, you can do it. I guess it's kind of like using the remote turret, and it takes it over. And that's what it is.
Damn, so much stuff pops up from scanning now. It's just so nice to see. It feels really good.
Yeah.
It
And
feels
I
like
think
there's a point
because-
to scan.
Yeah, yeah, and I think because this ship is also has a better scan array, it actually does a better job of it too.
Hell yeah, dude. This is what I got into this game for. Scanning and finding stuff. Alright, should be coming up on our time limit here soon. Maybe this is it in front of us.
It should say cave when you find it.
Alright, let me double check how far we are from the location.
So we got a good sunrise or sunset.
54. No, we got way too far away. We're a little bit left, so we should be around like this. 340. Heading about 301. That's right. So let's close this distance a little bit, about 4 clicks. It's got to be in this valley somewhere. We got to be right on top of it. Where is this thing? Yikes, don't use lamp when you've got a sun in your face.
Oh, holy moly. Yeah, that's right. Wow. It's working. That's good.
It's certainly working.
Just maybe flick into your scan mode and just make sure that the array's pinging in a wide angle.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Chip? Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a cave around here.
Unless they
We
deleted
are the distance. We are the heading. Just about the heading. The heading would put us like right here, right over this hill to our right. But nothing's popping up on the scans. Maybe it's that back there? That's a bit too far away.
Yeah, I usually find these things within a kilometer of the, you know, I mean, it's relative, right? Because obviously you hit at a heading.
Yeah.
And at a distance, but it could, you can slew left and right by probably 2 or 3 kilometers, still facing the same direction.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a full 7 clicks off of where we were.
I'll give you the OLP directions, and you can have a look and see how far triangulation was.
OLP, OM points?
So OM points, yeah. So. All right, so. Triangulation wise, if you're looking at OM marker 1, you can find that. But that would be through the planet, so that's probably, I assume it's down from here.
Toes! There's 3.
Let me know which ones you can see.
Yeah, we got it. 1 is, I'm on it.
Yeah, well, it should be 2,439 kilometers away.
Yeah.
Are we about that?
Yeah, it's not going to change very much since it's right through.
Okay. And what other OM marker can you see? I can tell you any one of them.
I think I just saw three. Number 3. Still going to be
Number
crazy.
3.
Though. Hold on, let's pick a closer one.
Yeah, that would be easier. 2 should be pretty close.
I've got 4.
Yep, 4 is 1,804 kilometers.
Yeah. I don't know, man. With the planet, it's hard to... 5, 1.7, I'm guessing, around.
1.724. Yep.
Yeah.
I can give you the decimal places as well if you want that.
How about 2?
2, 447.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to help much because we don't have the detail to get down to the meter, you know?
But it'll put you within a kilometer.
It's putting me within like a megameter.
What?
That's all I can see. I can see a 0.4 megameter from OM1, so it could put us within... What is that, 10 kilometers?
100 probably, but...
100 kilometers?
We don't... Yeah, so the only OM marker that we can see kilometers on is OM2, is that right?
Yeah, and that's just telling us our vertical distance. That's not very helpful.
What's above us? That's useless. Yeah. And any of the OM3 and that's all 1.7.
They're all correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
we could fly 10 kilometers and they'd still be correct.
Okay. I'll give you the other option. The data center. If you swing around, you'll see the one that we've got, which is 33.94 kilometers. That's the op center tier 1. Then, if you can see outpost.
Wait, how
54,
far? 33 point what?
94.
Okay, that's better. Okay.
Yep, and we can see data center. Oh God, that's a lot. BFK is its first 3 letters.
Data center D79.
It's close. It's 61 kilometers away.
Okay, so it'll be on the horizon. 8FK?
BFK.
Are you absolutely sure it's not 8FK?
Okay, let's go with 8FK Q2X.
Yeah, I think that's this one.
That's 61.15 kilometers.
Okay, so we're way off on that. Okay. How far? 61 point what?
61.15.
15. Okay. 61 point... Whoops. 61.15.
Yep.
Is a check.
Cool, and if you swing back towards that other, the TL4 op center.
Yeah, that's what, 33, something 33?
33.94 on a heading of 301.
.9. Okay. Remind me again of what the last one was.
61.15.
61.15. Okay. Should be right below us then, yeah?
Something
Hey,
like that.
look,
I can
it's
see it.
freaking literally right
It's
down
right.
below us.
How about that? That's weird. On my screen, because of the desync, we just flew straight through the center of that.
Wow, look at that, folks. Exploration, huh?
Landing complete.
I really don't see why that's so hard to get.
Yeah. Alright, there's a wee box back here with some bits and pieces in it.
You say a weed box?
A wee box.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Weed
yeah.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't got
That
any
makes more
maze. No
sense.
maze on board. Yeah. It's a different mission.
You brought a fire extinguisher?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought 3.
Very good, very good. Necessary. Alright, let's do this, dude. Let's go get some gems.
There's a potential for copium as well, so.
Okay. Luckily I have like 25 bullets.
That's cool. I got a spare 45 and that's it.
Need the FPS scanning again because I don't even know where the cave is.
Did you not park right on top of it?
Yeah, basically. Wait, I don't think I have a mining attachment.
It's in the box.
No, there was just tractor beam attachments in there.
It's strange, but here you go. I will on the ground.
Thank you.
Assume you picked that up.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool. So, man, that desync is
Medical,
something else.
SRT, and tractor beam. It still doesn't have a mining attachment.
Sure how that even works, but I can make it even easier. Just give you this. One has one attached to it, so if that's broken, then I can't help you.
All right, I will give you this one then.
I've got a spare. It's all good.
Okay.
It's not my first rodeo.
Oh man, what I wouldn't give to give back to my first rodeo, or what I would give. Feels like so much more than a rodeo nowadays. Just put it in your backpack, dude. Just store it. Good God. Pick it up. Dude.
Hey, you know how we didn't have, you're saying about FPS scanning?
Yeah.
Turn around, look at the cave.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, it's nice that we can see it. But give it to me.
Well, I kind of wonder whether that's relative to the fact that we've got a ship nearby. Because I don't see, normally these things don't just pop up as mineable. There's a,
Oh man.
there's a ring around the outside of it. I wonder
This
if
is
that-
awfully annoying.
Are you still trying to get your mining attachment?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the right stupid multi-tool on my hip.
Oh, you've got both, right?
Oh, please, Jesus. Please, baby Jesus. It's still the tractor beam tool, dude. I'm gonna throw up. I'm just gonna drop this onto the ground. Please, leave me the f alone. Don't be anywhere near me. I don't want you. It's not you. Rather, it's not me, it's you. Oh, thank God. Okay. Now we can do this. What a pain. This patch is supposed to go live next week. Oh, dude, that's not a patch problem.
No.
That kind of thing ain't
That's-
gonna stop the patch from going live.
No, they'll push that patch.
Yeah, I definitely hear Kobe
See?
on.
So here's something they added if you hadn't noticed. The large glowing mushrooms,
Yeah,
you can
you
harvest.
can pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you just shove it in your gun for extra damage.
Yeah, it's crafting 0.1.
Where I can't pull out my pistol. What, did I just lose my pistol? All right, let's go.
Okay. You looking for anything specific?
Nope, just stuff to mine. And this looks
There's
like
a
a dead
miner.
end already.
There's a mineable just here. You ran past one. The blue one?
Mushroom.
Nom.
Oh yeah, look at that. Here's one.
There you go.
Boy, you really got to know exactly what's going on with this. I feel like if I was a new player and all these sound effects and stuff was going on and I didn't expect it, I'd be freaking out.
There is a lot to take in with that FPS. Specifically because we don't have a mining HUD on a helmet that blows that screen up to make it actually visible. That little tiny 1 by 1 inch screen on the back of the multi-tool is not good enough in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
agree. It's
intuitive.
cool that it's diegetic, but it's not good enough for gameplay.
No, not for
Making a
new people.
newcomer feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, that did freak me out.
Because you're
It's
not
certainly
just...
yeah. It's not a tier 1 wooden hammer that you craft to start a crafting game. You know, like that. It's not that entry level.
Yeah. It's technically it's entry level, but at the same time, it's a lot to grasp for a mining mechanic. As much as Star Citizen players like to complain about it not being deep enough.
I mean, yeah. I would generally think that that's just an SC thing.
It also doesn't really tell you that much of what's going on. Like, they got to do a lot with the interface to adequately teach people what the heck's going on when they're mining. Instability and all that stuff. The FPS
you
one is
think-
just so under descriptive.
Yeah. Do you think that they've possibly done anything like that with the incoming mining missions? You know, the ones that you were hoping to do today? Do you think there's some form of
No,
teaching?
don't.
No? Just
I think...
here's a mission, work it out.
Yeah, they set it up.
Best of luck.
Like, it's the first step, but now they've got to work on, like, the interface and the mechanics itself.
Yeah.
I think it works out this way too, to not focus on getting the tutorials and early missions in first, because early on you're really just dealing with the people who are enthusiastic and they're willing to throw themselves against broken systems to see what works. What's the point of putting all that effort into polish when you're going to have to change it later?
Yeah, and I think that's a fair way of looking at it too. A lot of people possibly that post comments up about how broken the game is, and possibly that most recent one that you were commenting on about the game being broken, so why finish it, or finish it and not worry about it being broken sort of attitude. But I think COG's identified the fact that the core player base for this game aren't looking for a game they're not playing a game because they know it's finished. They're playing the game because they want to see what it's going to be eventually, and they're happy to put up with the development process of that. But others that come in thinking that this is a playable game that has finished entities of game loops in it, I feel that's where they fall short.
Yeah.
And it's a tall order though. Like COG stuck between a rock and a hard place. They advertise the environment as a playable environment, and that's true. It is playable, but you wouldn't say that it's a game.
Yeah.
Because labeling it as a game, it's a game, yes, technically speaking, but it's a playable environment, which is trying to become a game long term, with the goal of becoming a game, a completed game.
CIG shot themselves in the foot by advertising it as a playable now kind of game. Even if it is playable now, it's still, you want to give yourself, like, CYA, right? Cover your ass. You want to give yourself every opportunity to be like, well, I made sure to make clear that it's not finished and that it's not ready for a real experience like that. But they've not done that anymore. So
yeah,
I can't blame people.
Was it labeled a playable test environment at one point? Or has it always just been playable alpha?
They always, oh yeah, I don't know. I think it feels like they always kind of try to call it a playable alpha, but who knows, specific words or whatever they like to say that year.
Well, it's relative to who's in charge of that department at the time, right? And you know, they've had some major staff changes over the years, so perhaps, you know, as that role has been fleshed out and you've got someone in there that better understands the terminology and marketing skills required to avoid that conflict in the community, maybe that's just a learning lesson for themselves.
Well, they stopped putting playable now on their trailers, so ow, oof. So I guess they learned something.
They also stopped putting Chris in front of live crowds in the camera, so
yes. Somebody's making some updated decisions. You find any more minables?
Nothing serious. There is the potential for Genelite in this cave, though, so that's always kind of hopeful. I know it gets Rug out of bed every day now that he's found at least one Genelite gem in this cave.
Yeah, it's nice to see him celebrate it.
Oh, 100%. It was weird that he got a tattoo, though. I thought that was a little extreme, but hey, whatever, man. Yeah.
Not surprising. He got a tattoo of Pico already.
Yeah. I think he's getting one of PK's.
PKP!
Yeah, see.
Yeah, there's not much minables in. Oh, and just as I'm saying that, I would like to see these caves expand and be bigger, have like bigger chambers where there can be fields of minables to find.
Yeah, I feel that that's sort of an iteration. They've got these in, and they're not too dense because they're not too heavy on the game, you know, for them to spawn them in and stream them into the game. But I think you've hit on this before in the past. Things like bigger caves, bigger open cavities, like the OSD facilities, they could be instanced, you know, to save the game's resources, because otherwise, you know, those things are going to be streamed in every time someone flies past the planet, and that could be quite taxing. The other thing is the likes of like dynamic comet type environment where someone enters the space, it's streamed in by the game, and it's there for a short term, but it's only in that part of a server, so it's well out of the way. You've got to fly away from known space, which also takes the pressure off of the game servers, but it becomes almost like a a dynamic jump town location that people can fly out to, locate, explore for, and
Yeah.
in air quotes discover, because we're not allowed to say discovery and exploration at the same time.
You can't discover things anymore. Nope.
No, you can only explore for them. Yeah, but yeah, there are bigger caves than this. I have been in larger caves, and this one does actually invariably go down a bit further. If you look at the map, it's got quite a bit of depth to it. If you zoom out, there's a big chamber further down from us. Where are you?
I've traveled quite a bit actually.
On the map, you're still well up the top. If you have a look at the map, am I below you in a larger chamber?
Oh, I am. Wow, I'm actually really close to the top. I'm surprised. I must have doubled back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're further in the cave, but you're not deep. Dang, this cave gets so much deeper down there.
Yeah, I thought you might not have seen that. This goes. There's a whole sub level to this thing.
Yeah.
So
We'll make our way down there. Solid. So what were you saying about that side?
yeah, I think it's plausible that they still have to flesh out the gameplay before they go too big with it, because otherwise, really, you've just got voids and open space. A little bit like Pyro, like they throw that big giant space in there, and now they're having the issue of it's not really filled up.
Yeah, definitely not ready.
I'm not sure. Maybe they had the idea of. I mean, the patch always goes probably didn't exist exactly back then with Pyro, but I have a funny feeling that was kind of the thing, is that we said Pyro's coming, and that's what's going.
Yeah, dude, it was just it had taken too long at that point. They needed to get Pyro in. I'm really quite surprised at how underdeveloped it's been, even since then.
A little bit like what you guys touched on in the podcast today. CIG's history does show that they have a tendency to drop things into the game and then just be like, right, we did that, right, on to the next thing, and then they don't go back for some time. Refueling might be one of those things.
Toes. You think their financials show that upsetting certain groups isn't affecting their bottom line? I think they should keep doing what they need to do to get their game done. But I also will say, who knows? They could have made 200 million last year. There's always more money to be made, but yeah, I agree. Like, you gotta take what you can get, and I say it's better to stick to your vision and take the money that comes with it than to try and sell it out to make more. All right, I'm coming your direction.
Good luck.
Whoa! There is no ground there. Dang, I can't wait for FPS scanning, so you can map these caves out yourself.
Yeah. It's going to be a good added feature to the game.
What the? How did that happen? Wasn't he just next to me? Am I insane? Am I crazy? You were just standing next to me, and then I looked down there, and you were down there.
Oh, there's a hole in the floor.
I don't know. I don't know. That was weird.
There is quite a bit of desync, to be fair. When you start mining, your food is pointing at the ceiling for me. I'm like, oh, cool, you found a mineable on the ceiling. That's neat. And it's like, nope,
Well,
nope.
yeah.
You didn't. The fact that I can see your player moving around on the map, though, is still one of the best things that I think that came into the game when that arrived.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
So here's an interesting theory for you. If you zoom into your ship from this location, you can see all the components, the condition of them, and those sorts of things. Do you think CIG may in the future add a mobiGlas interface for engineering?
Yes. Well, mobiGlas, I don't know. A HUD interface, yes. mobiGlas would be interesting.
Yeah, my theory that I had when they first brought it online with the way that the kiosks were is that if you could like Bluetooth link your mobiGlas in proximity to the ship's engineering kiosk, you should be then able to interact with engineering remotely via the mobiGlas for the standard level, for the baseline stuff. You know,
Startooth?
like adjust power. Startooth, wow. Yep, that's where we're going with that. But yeah, that ability to link into your ship's controls, but I still feel like it needs to be at that level, like it's proximity based, a little bit like I can see the ship from this distance because if we're in a close enough proximity that it's classed as a local entity, and I feel that's fair. Like I don't want to be controlling the ship and be 2 to 5 kilometers away. That seems a bit extreme. Not that I'm gonna be upset if CIG, by the way, we've now brought in autopilot, so you can just call your ship to you. You know, not going to be angry with that. That ever turned up, but yeah, it'd be a nice thing to be able to control a few things from mobiGlas.
Yeah, it would. Go to my journal and look for FPS mining. What do you want to see there? Oh, they've got the planets and moons where the minerals will show up in the journal as well.
Well, that is very handy.
Yeah, that is quite nice. Good to know. And then basic overview tells you a little bit about it, yeah. But like text only goes so far.
Gamers don't read.
Yeah. What's reading?
What's that reading thing?
Still praying that they'll allow us to ping engineering things to party members. Dude, a ping function in this game would be very nice.
A middle
It's
mouse
extremely
click
hard.
Yeah.
To tell people where
Seems-
something is.
Yeah, over there, that thing, by that stuff. Yeah.
I think I hear a Copion down here, dude. Yeah, I got contact. Multiple oh, I'm gonna need assistance. Yep. Ouch. I'm coming back your way.
The problem
I've
for
got-
me is that you're still standing up the top here mining.
Nope. I'm running. I'm freaking running, dude. Oh crap.
Oh God, you brought them. I see you brought them with you.
Oh boy. Go, 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 go. Where'd they go?
I killed a couple as they came through.
They're very angry. They're angry pups.
You can take their horns.
You good? You get them?
Yeah, there's 3 of them down here.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
that's...
nope, there's more.
More of them came by.
The desync is just unreasonable.
The desync is awful. You're still mining.
Yeah. And you're still mining for me. So when you were saying, I need help, I'm like, you're standing right next to me. What have you done? And the Copian don't even respond.
I can like see your mining laser in the distance as it... What? What is going on?
Maybe on the verge of a server crash, but
It's possible. Where'd the Copion even go?
I don't know. Your player hasn't moved since since I ran down there. Oh, might. It's just
The guy that's just
Location.
getting chased by the pack of wolves that runs straight to the crowd of people. Listen,
yeah.
a crowd of people
Everybody
is
gets
better
them.
at handling a pack of wolves than a single person handling a pack of wolves. Okay, I'm just using math.
You're just saying you're just using Mav?
Math.
Oh right, so man, that's what right.
Dude, I'm just a meth user, man. Wait, don't blame me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're all dead back here. Well, I'm just gonna steal your horn, you little frustrate pup. You little gasping. Whoops! How'd this get here? Well, I killed you and then ripped it off your face. That's how. Billy Bob, you're having a crash on initial launch and SC for the Vulcan driver missing or incorrect install. You did just change your motherboard and CPU. Was it working before then? Guessing it was. Go to the vulcanlunar.com official site and download the latest runtime Vulcan drivers. Yeah. I would definitely suggest looking for the Vulcan drivers on the interwebs for that one. Alright, there's probably more interesting minables down here, right?
I would
We're in
think
the
so.
depths.
There's
We fought off.
There's a few more small ones.
Fought off some anger pups.
There's harvestables in here.
Definitely a lot of mushrooms. Dude, the cave just keeps going. These caves are definitely way better than they used to be. I'll give them that. What is going on, man? This interaction's crazy.
Yeah, I think it gets worse the further down we get.
I can't even read what these materials are that I'm mining.
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me then. Because that was happening for me too.
What makes them better? You see a lot of mushrooms and a lot of empty space. The old caves were very much basically a pathway through the ground, as opposed to feeling like a multi-layered space. Like these caves I can drop down here, I can go underneath, there's some verticality, there's like different chambers that you can walk through. The fact that the cave is not just like, the old caves would have been basically the entrance here, and then like a straight hallway with some space to explore. But this is like, you got multiple paths. Some of these paths you can miss. You can go further down and dead end, or you could double back and find other chambers. They're definitely, I don't know when you started playing the game. Obviously, there's not like a ton of interesting stuff in these caves, but they are absolutely better than the old ones, even if they're still missing things to do. You can also mantle up everything, which is on its own is a really nice change. And I don't know, I think the art looks better.
That's definitely better. The anxiety of going into caves used to be that if you went down, you'd never get back up again, so you didn't want to go too far.
Yeah.
These give you a lot more confidence to go further and explore. And the map allows you to get back out again, so there's always that too.
Yeah, they actually have some platforming involved. It can be easy to say that these are some very basic caves if you didn't play on the old ones.
Yeah, the bar was set up.
Not to say they aren't basic.
Saying that though, like was talking about Icarus earlier on. Icarus has got a lot of mining. It's fundamentally built around mining and harvesting, but their mine system's not elaborate. Like or caves, I should say. You go into a hole in a wall of a rock face, and it might be 60, 70 meters in, opens up into a big cavern, and there's just harvestable nodes scattered around, very much like this. But yeah, it's not, you know, you don't spend 6 hours exploring a cave, so to speak.
Really? Wait, so it doesn't actually ever expand into something much bigger?
No, the map's pretty expansive, and I think it's sort of like they add the caves to create an environment for specific spawnables to spawn in, but it's not it's not a huge proponent of the game. Like it's one element, but they haven't gone down the path of like these caves would make the other caves in Icarus look ridiculous. Well, they do in some respects as far as the depth and volume. So to say these are basic, I guess you got to compare it to other games that have got good caves in them. Like Ark has got some really good cave design, and that's a similar kind of thing with crafting and survival dynamic.
There's another Copion over here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's active. It's kind of just standing in the corner, but I'm running away anyways.
Yeah, I've got no more ammo left, and if I do come across it, it'll just be by chance. But then, like with the cave design systems, you might play a game like Sons of the Forest, where caves make up a huge part of that game. In fact, they're probably the biggest part of that game in some respects. So, yeah, that's relative.
Yeah. I hope that these get a lot deeper. I like where they are right now, but I do also hope that they get bigger and have multiple entrances. That's the biggest thing, is having a cave with one entrance is really uninspiring. I know it's normal. It's kind of crazy to have caves with multiple entrances, but yeah, it's a video game. Let's do it.
Yeah, they can definitely do that, and I think adding them as a type of mine, you know, closed mine, open mine. The Kudre ore mine, for instance, is a great example. That giant hole in the ground is what I thought we were going to get with the Hathor mission, where it punches a hole down and you go way down. We're not just this random surface hole that just opens into one chasm, a split chasm sort of thing. I was like, wow, but Rich Tire sort of leant into that a little bit and said, well, we were actually going to use the platform
what
to
the-
spawn the worm, and it wasn't good enough, so they just went down and said, "What else can we do?" I was like, "We'll just put a hole with some minables in it." Fair point. Country Tobii
Yeah.
is sitting there scratching himself.
Man, this is so desynced. I think I'm ready to pop out if you are.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. I've been watching you mine the same piece of wall for the last 20 minutes. So.
Let's head back to the ship.
Yep. I am going to be really curious to see if we actually both end up on the ship.
Kuja ore mining is gone.
What?
Things just keep getting removed, man. Running, running, running. Hey, I came just back across you mining in our original spot in the back in the cave.
Yeah, I've just been here slacking off the whole time.
Okay, I'm either getting like really hot or really tired because my vision's getting very foggy. Maybe sprinting through an alien cave is not the best idea, though, for persistence. We just need more to do in them besides getting lost, which is still which you still do. Yeah, we definitely need more to do in these caves. I agree with you there. Every cave should have the possibility of being a meeting location for factions, whether it's miners or pirates or squatters or somebody who's hiding a drug stash or somebody who's crafting illicit goods. There should be a story behind a lot of the caves we find. But man, they don't even have missions sending us to caves all that much yet, so I imagine that being a way out. But I'd be disappointed if we didn't get something like that. Dude, how do I get out of here?
This way. Yeah.
Haha! Dude, it's still, the sun is still not down.
Yeah, I think we're on the equator, like, or you know, the part of the planet where it doesn't really roll over by much.
Yeah. I think we're up near maybe the north?
It's a great question. One of the poles.
Yeah, we're down to its south pole. That's why.
There you go.
All right.
Haven't seen any polar bears.
Well, that was a journey down into the ground. Honestly, I still want to try and find the mining missions for you guys, but maybe that's going to have to be a next week sort of thing. At the very least, I guess there were some decent cinematic moments in this gameplay, and we got to see how caves... How do you guys think caves are looking? Obviously, they're pretty empty, as we acknowledged, but is this the kind of thing that you guys could see doing for normal gameplay? If they start introducing missions and reputation and reasons to go down in there? I mean, if you get certain materials, you can craft certain stuff. Do you feel like there's a draw to FPS mining for you? Or is it all ship mining in your eyes? You like the chill exploration? Destroy, you'd like some cave random events? I would love random things happening around caves. Caves are one of the more interesting parts of any adventure game because they're so unpredictable. Field, do you do this pretty often? Still searching for your Janelite? Should start doing more Janelite searching streams. Critter nests, outlaw hideouts, pirate stashes, caves have lots of potential. Might be worth doing a little coverage on that. You enjoy the FPS mining, Space Marine? You guys feel like the UI needs an update? Like Maverick was saying? You'd like missions to go there, even like the old FPS caves. Most exciting thing about the caves for me is what Zane said. on the UI team, he had mentioned that when you go to a cave, if you don't have the map for it, whatever reason, you can actually scan the cave and like slowly fill the map out and store it in your data. That is the peak of gameplay for me. That's where it all ends. Once that's in the game, I start to think about how my end loop works in this game, besides like running GII. That's really exciting for me. How do you feel about this, Maverick, this kind of gameplay?
Oh, that's probably the reason why the bulk majority of games that make up my game library have this sort of gameplay in it. So that probably speaks volumes. But yeah, I enjoy the ability to go and locate things and the immersion of it. And I think CRG get the immersion level right and the location setting correct, it'll be epic. But just, I think at the moment the only reason that it's probably a little it falls short is just the game itself can't keep up. Like this right now, you know, like
Yeah.
it's all desynchy and weird shit's going on. You
Are you in
can't
the
really
ship?
get too. Yeah, I am in the ship.
Okay.
You wouldn't know. But yeah, I think the other thing, to be fair to CRG though, is again, it's in the game. There's a level of it. It's tier 0, tier 1. We can see how it plays out, and they can test some things in caves. But is it important that they flesh this out now, or focus on things like the Genesis, which I think honestly is probably going to rewrite all of this stuff that we're talking about now in due course, because the way that system sounds like it's going to be generating and sort of rescaling the planet layouts is going to probably make an adjustment to how these things sit.
Yeah, I agree. This is
And
going to be a
Genesis is
cool
on the
profession,
cards,
though.
so
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to come with crafting. Because for crafting, we need resource quality, and I feel like resource quality on the large scale probably depends on the planet tech.
and
So
that
I
would
wonder
stack
how
if you're
that's all
looking
gonna
at
happen.
that new information that we're getting on the star map and in the journal
Yeah.
with locations having minables, then yeah, that would stack up if
Codes.
Genesis yeah. Do you think
We'll have to see.
Genesis is going to come online as like a tier 1 iteration, or are you thinking that the model that they've got will be like Planet Tech V5 version 1?
Well, I
and then
think
maybe a
Genesis is
version
going to
2?
be, 5 phases. That's kind of how they laid it
Yeah.
out at CitizenCon. I think we're just going to get the first phase here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm looking forward to it.
That's it for the mining, though, folks. Now we get to try out from some Star Rupture. So that also has mining, but we're mainly getting into it because I want to see how crafting and base building works in that game. That is more of a, base building game. It's a management, logistics, and sci-fi focused base building game. Kind of like Satisfactory with a little more combat and exploration thrown in. So I want to jump into that and see what we can do when we get a little more construction focus, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed this mining, though. I will be right back, and then we're going to go get switched around. Fields! Thank you for the sub, my friend, at tier 1. Putting up that first month sub, let's go! And then Panic Switch coming in here with the 34 months of support on the channel. Thank you, my dude, I appreciate you. Shout out to the time we got to meet at CitizenCon. You're a real one, a homie. Thanks for supporting the channel. I will be right back, folks, and then we'll get back into some Star Rupture. Toes gang! Toes, toes, toes! Toes gang! Alright. Y'all! What up? Hello, I have returned. Hi. Good friends. You guys ready to build some stuff? All right, let's hop over to Steam. Steamy boy. What do you guys think of who in chat is like a full-on I'm gonna do everything in the game versus versus who in the chat is more of a I have gameplay that I'm locked into and I don't want to do any other kind of gameplay. So if I need to, like, some people really love FPS combat, right? So they will only buy FPS weapons and armor, and then they'll go and do that. If they come across cool things while they're out there, they'll sell them to other people so they can craft with them. Other people will go and get things so they can craft those weapons and armor so that they can get better and then go out and find more stuff to then go craft the stuff, right? Which of you want to stay in your lane when it comes to gameplay no matter what versus actually doing all the different things together? Because I feel like my camera's gone. Why is my camera gone? I feel like there's a certain group of people who really don't want to have to touch any of the other stuff that these games make you want to do. Why is my camera gone? When did that happen? This is what happens when you guys start talking to the chair. You just want to be a gunner, nothing else. Hold on, let me restart this thing, see if it's power. PvE, PvP, 70-30 for you. You want to do the basics, but stay in your lane for the advanced gameplay. Fair? Come on back, Cammy. Camera boy. Alright, that's a good sign. Next step, is it actually... Yeah, there we go. Alright, we good. You never know. I'm about to switch back over to my mirrorless. Where is that? This guy. Oi! This is my first camera. And while I have not been able to get a lens for it that I truly like, so I can get some good like depth of field, this is my mirrorless. It's a Sony a6000. It's a beaut. It's simple, but it gets the job done. And I think I'm going to switch back to this thing for literally this camera that we're talking through. Because this is going to give us better depth of field. It's going to make the background look a little blurry when we're talking all fancy. And also, this thing works with a teleprompter, so I can start to use a teleprompter, which might sound like it's just for videos, but actually, one of the fun things, one of the cool things of this teleprompter is it'll be able to sit on the camera and have chat scrolling, so I can read chat while I'm talking straight to you guys instead of looking like I'm talking to some netherworld being off in the distance. But until then, this crashy boy is our camera. So, let's get into this, folks. This is Star Rupture. Like I said, it is a new building game. It's a base building game, kind of like Satisfactory. But it does have more of a sci-fi sort of space slant to it. The kind of game that you might be more interested in if you, like myself, are a space nerd. So I thought I'd take the first, I don't know, 40 minutes, hour, however long, to give you guys a run through and take a look. This is my first time playing it. I've covered it before, but I've never actually jumped into the game during the beta or the early tests. So I thought we'd jump in together, see what makes it good, what makes it fun, what kind of exciting things we have to look forward to in a cool base building style of sci-fi game, and decide if we want to keep playing this or not in the long term. Tomat. We're going to do a single player with a tutorial. Easy enough. Oh, are we a biologist, a scientist, a engineer, or a soldier? Do we actually get like, okay, weakness, tremendous lack of social skills. Weakness, exaggerated sense of judgment. Weakness, her family. Hey, this guy doesn't have a weakness. What the hell? This motherfucker broke the game. Convicted of desertion. I don't know, that feels like it might be a bit of a weakness. I don't want this guy to run away. Desertion? As a soldier? Interesting. Well, we're gonna go with the engineer. Because that's just, you know, makes sense.
What the...
Please don't move. I want to run a holistic scan. Commencing holistic scan.
Holistic me. Oh, sorry. I'm just changing the game on the stream so that people know what the heck's going on.
The Argos program. Your adventure with the Clade Corporation begins right now. Hello.
Wait. There we go. Okay.
Training.
What?
Right away.
What was that?
No breakfast or coffee? You're not much different from the colony overseers.
Sorry? What am I supposed to do? I missed everything. Exit the lander to start the training. Alright.
Welcome to Arcadia 7 in the Rupture system.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
The goal of this training is to teach you to effectively acquire and produce goods for our clients. However, we'll begin with something simpler. Arcadia is often bombarded by meteorites, which are rich in resources. You have been equipped with a tool to acquire them. Use it to extract what's most valuable in the meteorite.
It's just like it's gonna rain from the sky. Best of luck. It's a good place to go and find things to mine. Wherever stuff falls from the sky, you gotta imagine it's gonna be valuable. Alright. So, rather than them just naturally spawning in the planet, as they said, meteors come from sky and you mine these instead of anything else. You got this like kind of fun style of mining. You like slowly take away little parts, I guess. Like you could suck away the valuable bits from the comet. Little concentrated minerals, I guess. And that collapses the whole thing down and gives you more. I like that. I think that's a nice way of doing like a fast, simple mining that still can be multi-stepped. Alright, we gotta build a base now. Hold on, we're gonna go a little above and beyond, actually. Give me this. Give me this, I'm gonna chomp. Ooh, yeah. Vent me that heat, baby. Above and beyond, dude. kind of satisfying. I'm not gonna... Hold on. I gotta know what a game like this feels like with the game controller. Because I do like the way it's feeling with a mouse and keyboard. Can I just like turn this on? Will that work? I think I just turned my Xbox on downstairs. Yeah, I got that Janelite, dude. Lens! What's up, man? How you doing? Might not work with the gamepad, or I might have to restart the game to use it. That's too bad. If we play this long term, I'm gonna use a gamepad. Good luck, don't die. Come on, man, you know me. I only die if I start flying spaceships. Alright, we gotta build a base. This is where things really start changing from Star Citizen, folks.
Good work.
Bam.
You'll need building materials to build the rest of the base. You can create them with the printer in your lander, but gather the necessary components first. Use the harvester to extract them, just like you did with the meteorite.
Extract what? Find and collect titanium ore. Is this ore? Oh! Ah, I didn't think this was a mineable. I like that. I like it when they really blend into the environment. Ah, look at the way that it works. So, as you mine, your speed of collection goes up as you mine, but so does your heat. Makes sense.
I gotta admit,
Increase,
working here seems a lot better than at
increase,
the penal colony.
and now it just
we
goes.
definitely have better equipment.
The Claywood Corporation spares no expense to ensure its workers have access to the best possible equipment.
The view isn't bad either. I got used to seeing only gray rocks against a dark sky.
We're glad you like it. Arcadia can be beautiful compared to other celestial bodies.
Though I have this nagging feeling I'll regret saying that.
I am unable to predict your feelings, but if I can give you some advice, I suggest enjoying the moment while it lasts.
Has anybody played this? Can you vent heat without fully running up your mining laser? Yeah, so that's an efficiency bar essentially. So is this an unlimited deposit of minerals? I'm not even depleting this. Is all of this mineable? How about these up here? Is it just like this material in general? Bro, that's crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it's cool. How about this? Okay, so it depends. It's obvious things are mineable. So I'm guessing that's something over there. What is this? Copper? Wolfram? Alpha? Wolfram alpha mineral? And you can just mine it off the ground too, so it spawns as nodes, it spawns as little ground deposits, it spawns as what, parts of the geology. I really like the way they handled mining in this game. Okay, reloading, cool. The game tutorial should tell you as you go. That's fair, you know what? That's completely fair. Elect to use the game tutorial and then don't use it. Can I turn that off? Discord, can you stop? Sorry, just want the overlay to go away. I really like the music. That's something that I am definitely falling in love with this game quickly. Oh, I still need more Wolfram Alpha ore. See, this is what people expect from mining. While I love what Star Citizen is doing with its complex mining and the complexities around the gameplay that is mining, they do need to keep in mind that the first version of mining, what we had just done in those caves, a lot of folks are going to be excited for that, but they're coming off of models like this. So CIG needs to do a good job of bridging the gap when it comes to FPS mining. Ship mining, dude, they can go all out. That's a different field. But FPS mining's a pretty common thing in gaming, and I think they need to pay attention to the fact that folks are going to step into it with expectations, and they got to kind of try and build off of those. It's like if you were building a smartphone nowadays, you would build it to try and mimic things from the iPhone or Android, because you know that's what people are coming from, even if you were going to do it differently. Where is Star Citizen? In my C drive? Use the basic item printer to create basic building materials. The basic item printer is... Why can't I... Where is it? You like how hand mining is now, though? I'm not saying they have to change it. I'm saying they need to make sure that it's understandable and intuitive. Hand mining could be working the exact same way, but it needs to have UI, it needs to have prompts, it needs to have alerts and messaging that lets people know it works the same way this does. Where's my builder, though? Regen. Dang, look at this. I can regen 4 times? It's like a whole Apollo in here. Especially knowing that crafting could potentially give hand mining gameplay a boost. Great point. I myself just don't hand mine. Neither do I. Okay. Let's put together 120 basic building materials. This is going to take titanium ore and wolfram alpha. As expected, it looks like we can just easily, we can max it out. So we got to make a lot.
Now build the habitat that will protect your sleeve from Arcadia's dangers.
Oh.
Remember that your body is also a Claywood corporate investment. So it would be good to create a comfortable place for it.
They could probably make these a little bigger. I thought that was 29, not 290. Oh, we got our material. We got 290 building material. Okay, use the building material to set up a habitat, build an airlock, and then build an item printer into the habitat. We're basically building our first base here. Whee! Just want to mine things again. Yeah, titanium. Titanium. Dude, don't tempt me with a good time with this music, man. All right. We got a habitat here. A habitate. I do like the overlay. Dude, the grass, honestly, like, with the lighting over it. Hold on, get rid of this. Get rid of it! It looks like kind of good, but not Like, it's definitely better than it used to be. But you can still tell it's not great. It's definitely got much fluffier look to it than last gen grass. Not quite bloom level, though. Alright, let's build an airlock into this old thing. The old cow. Let's build it with lead green efficiency in mind. I'm gonna put our windows facing
that way, you
north
will
and
always
south.
have it nearby, thus optimizing your work. Great. Now build a corporate terminal. That
We're builders.
will allow you to complete assignments for different companies, which will in turn give you access to new buildings.
A corporate terminal, you say? We're gonna be the corpo bitches. Use the corporate terminal to claim your level 1 rewards. Hell yeah, dude. Is this like a space MLM? Launch cargo. Orbital cargo launcher. Sends provided items to corporations. Each product sent increases your value and reputation. Basic power generator creates energy. That tracks. Platforms and stairs for ease of movement. Okay, so this is like our starter pack. Turn things in, get things started. Let's do it.
The first reward was free, but you'll have to work for the next one. Send
Free.
us some titanium.
How am I supposed to
The
send
sweat on
what I
my brow
gathered
says
back to
otherwise, ma'am.
The same way you got here, but in reverse. Look up at the sky. Once you build an orbital cargo launcher, it will send supplies right through that rift. It will cover light years in seconds.
That could make for a fun, Oh, remember I said lead green efficiency? So window out the other side. Good for us. Can make for a cool animation sending stuff up there. Let's give it a try. Let's see. So we need to build a... Is this a satisfactory clone? I wouldn't say clone, I don't know, I guess. It's a building game. You can always deconstruct. How do I build? How do I construct? We got power. Here we go. Orbital launcher. Launch from right here. Build a power supply. And for that, we're going to need some more mining. So let's go get some more Wolfram Alpha and titanium. We need a chair in there. Can you guys stop obsessing with the chair? He doesn't like you. Don't be a beg friend. This game isn't out. Or is it? It's in early access right now. Every production building needs power to operate. The nice thing about this game is that power transfers through the walkways. So in a lot of production games, Satisfactory, Factorio, the like, you gotta do a whole bunch of line management on top of your walkways and your power and your driveways and stuff. But this one, it kind of transfers through the foundation, which is really nice. Kemi, good to see you in the chat, my dude. How are you doing? Oh yeah, this game's called Satisfactory, or Star Rupture. Jesus, see, now you're messing me up. Sorry, I didn't see you ask what game is this. Alright, I just want 80 titanium, and now let's get our Wolfram Alpha. You saw base building, and you only read the star and not the Rupture, and you were like, wait, what? Yeah, I wish. Let's get crafting in that game first. Alright. Ground deposit. With the music, this is just extremely relaxing. This very well could end up being a community game for us in the garden. I gotta find out how many people in our Discord server are playing this. Love to vent a burp from your mining tool. Just pat it on the back a little bit. There, buddy. Good job. Let it all out. All right, let's go build this power stuff. See, you're giving your objective critique as usual. I never know if it's objective. I like to think my biases live on my collar, but then again, that's because I know everything I'm thinking. I don't know what other people know that I'm thinking. How many did I need? I've got 200 now, so probably enough. I'm actually going to attach it to the launcher, since that's the easiest thing to do at the moment. Alright, now we select a commission in the launcher itself. Titanium ore. I'm guessing this is what we're sending up to them.
As soon as we get the package, your reputation will increase, which will unlock new schematics for you.
Bye-bye. So this is like a research unit, basically. We're just doing research for more cool
The
things.
shipment has arrived. You've just proven you're useful, which means the corporation trusts you a little bit more. You've acquired new schematics. Go ahead, claim your reward.
I'm useful. Where's my reward for being useful? I have to go to the corporate terminal. The Steam store page doesn't make it look like satisfactory in space. I bet that works for them in terms of marketing. At the same time, not really what you want to be known for is like another game. Level 2! Now I get an ore extractor? Oh, nice. So I don't have to do my own manual sweat brow labor for my Wolfram Alpha. We got rail so we can move stuff around, and support so we can make those movements move in movement ways.
We've just unlocked new building schematics for you. Can you guess what they're for?
I
Being
used these machines on
useful.
Mars. The rails are for drones that will carry resources between buildings. As for the ore excavator, I refuse to say what it does. I have many years of mining experience.
Lack of knowledge is nothing to be embarrassed about. The ore excavator excavates ores.
You don't say. That explains everything.
I'm glad I could help.
Dang, computers are just, what could we do without them? All right, I'm guessing I gotta excavate the ore from on top of the ore like this. Yeah. Just plop it up on there. Okay, so this is probably a pretty standardized ore deposit the way it looks in that case. Yeah, you can kind of tell. They always have these flat tops like this. Not as organic as you might think at first look. All right, so now I'm guessing we gotta rail this over. No, first we gotta... Oh, rails transfer power too. See now, that, my friends. Do I not have any building material? Oh, you have to start at the extractor? Okay. So that's how you win. I think you start to win more people over in a game like this than maybe you would in a normal building game. It's really fun at first to get into the deep logistics of having paths and rails and power stuff going in every direction because it's cool. It's novel. But once you start to get into the later stages of the game and all of that is more of like the work you're doing to get to the real expansive changes you're trying to make, they can get a little old. It's the same kind of problem I have with Civilization. I love the micromanagement of Civ up until I have other things I need to do more. And while it can be nice to have that in the game sometimes, ultimately, I would prefer to have the choice to turn it on and off. Now, I don't know if they have a choice in this game, but the fact is, power transfers through paths and through rails. Rails are bi-directional, so you don't have to have rails going both ways. It's just, in general, a much more forgiving system, which isn't the best thing for every game. It certainly makes this one more enticing, though, over its counterparts. Isn't satisfactory in space? Aren't all things in space? Micro pros. Wait, rails are directional. I thought the rails were bi-directional. Is there more than one world to build on? No, I think it's this world, but there are different biomes. And there's actually quite a bit of exploration. You can actually see in the distance there's like a ruined... I just tried to zoom in like Star Citizen. There's a ruined outpost up there on the top of that bluff. So there's stuff to discover. And there's a story to be had too. You can see that like clearly there's some kind of big laser thing. The sun likes to go supernova and just f***ing kill us sometimes. So there's stuff to learn and explore and discover in the game too. Microprose was the creator of the game Civ. Whoa. Nice. What are they working on? Okay, I guess the rails are directional, not bi-directional. Character progression is cool though. How do characters progress in this game? Okay. Whole bunch of titanium. Let's go get our Wolfram Alpha and then we'll make some more building materials. It seems like these are the two basic components of everything in this game, titanium and Wolfram Alpha. Is there sudden PvP in this game? No, I don't think so. This is single player. You can do multiplayer, but it's like a closed 4-person group multiplayer kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, I would guess there's more base materials, but it seems like these are the 2 basic ones. Like the two that build the absolute most like basic structures. You're 75 hours in, and every so often you spend 20 minutes trying to figure out why a fabricator isn't getting materials. Dude, I could have sworn that the rails were supposed to be bi-directional in this game. Did they change that before early access? Oh, this is definitely not Star Citizen now. Alrighty. Can't wait to upgrade this thing so I have to reload less. The reload takes a while on the mining tool. Let's start making our way back to base. You didn't know about this till a couple weeks ago, Graybeard. What, you weren't watching Space Games Weekly? I'm kidding. I don't blame you. Alright, time to go build some more materials. And then we'll move the rail. Last gameplay you saw of this was multiplayer. I think the demos that they ran were multiplayer. All right, now we should be good. Cools faster if you don't heat it all the way. That's what she said, dude. Gross. Do we need more power? We need more power! Must construct additional pylons.
Now that the raw materials are being extracted automatically, you'll have more time to build out your base.
I have a question. Why didn't you install all available building schematics for me from the start?
Huh?
That would speed up my work even more.
All of the machines made available to you during your mission are delicate and extremely expensive. They are also bound by NDAs and patents. None of the companies working with the Claywood Corporation have granted permission to give you everything right away. You need to prove you are worthy of using the more advanced equipment.
Sounds like companies.
I already signed the NDA.
This will be best explained by the words of Annika Fisher, the CEO of Future Health Solutions, one of our partners. Playing recording.
There's no way I'm giving those degenerates my patents. They don't care about the law or intellectual property. But if it becomes necessary and they actually deserve it, then so be it. Don't quote me on that.
Great work as usual. Now build the analyzer. and research some local flora with it.
Oh man, I love these different dystopian like dry humor games. Ah, they get me. Satisfactory, Hard Space Shipbreaker. This one's pretty. This has got the same vibes. I'm into it. Let's claim our rewards. Analyzing station. Can't spell analyzing without anal. Set up an analyzing station. Oh. Believe me, you. Where is this? Analyze me, Captain. Explore the planet in search of plants. Okay. See, I'm really good at following directions. It's when you start giving me spaceships and telling me to just come up with things to do that I crash into stuff. You need to select the contract in the orbital launcher. Oh. Unsent items will be returned to inventory. Unavailable items. Why? It's got power. Can be processed. Need to get the plant wrong. Okay. Well, don't throw me off then, huh? What is this? Yay! Ooh, what's this? Yay! Ooh, how about one of these? Woohoo! Nice. Oh. Hey. Ooh. Yay! Let's find more plants. Do I have to I have to scan them? Am I a plant scanning boy now?
Location barrier activated.
Uh-oh.
What?
Letting you out onto the dangerous planet without completing introductory training would be too risky for this investment.
Investment?
I meant our investment into your safety. The Claywood Corporation cares about you.
If you're worried about me dying, then you should just stop this mission right now. It's gonna get ugly. And I need to, I got plants that I need to scan. 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 Scan, scan, scan. Scam. Sounds like I'm saying scam. Oh, you can double jump.
Barrier activated.
Shut up. Hey.
Necesito agua.
Barrier activated.
What? She needs water? I can drink water in this game? Sounds like weakness. I don't invite weakness. Why didn't they just send robots to do this? Star Citizen is looking 100% smoother. Dude, look at my mining operation. Can you believe it? Wait, I feel like I... How many more plants do I need to pick up? I'm over picking up plants. I'm really fast at this though. Maybe I should be a farmer instead of an engineer. Okay. That must be enough.
Once you research enough plants, send the data to our scientists and claim your reward. In the future, you will need to decide which corporations you want to share your research with. The data from Arcadia is so valuable that companies prefer to keep it to themselves and will appreciate it when you choose them. Once you research enough plants, send the data to our scientists and claim your reward. In the future, you will need to decide which corporations you want to share your research with. The data from Arcadia is so valuable that companies prefer to keep it to themselves and will appreciate it when you choose them.
Why did you tell me that twice, ma'am? Also, I don't know if that woman sounded like the kind of person who's gonna appreciate anything that I do. She sounded like she hates me. Desync was so bad that you and whoever you were playing SC with existed in alternate timelines. Yep, that was super smooth. No, they were making a joke that the game we're playing right now is not Star Citizen. Oh, that's a cute plant. All right, I'm gonna analyze these, and we should be good.
Interesting. Useful information.
Bro, how much? How much researching do I need to do? $300 research, but like it doesn't tell me how much I have to do. I must have goals to reach. You just need one piece. Do more flowers not give you more data points each time you do it?
Good stuff.
Oh, there's a level up. Thank you very much. You gotta read to know that kind of thing, guys. Level up in the top right. Ah, there we go.
It's time for the final stage of introductory training. Raw materials aren't very useful to corporations, since they need to produce something with them anyway. Use the buildings you have available, and automate the production of the more valuable items.
Why can't they process them themselves? They have factories across the entire solar system.
This will be best explained by a private conversation recorded between two executives at the Griffiths Military Corporation.
So you're telling me all of the tax laws only apply to the solar system?
Bro, the mining tax, the cosmic fees, deductions from extraterrestrial income, the cost of insuring sensitive cargo, legally none of that applies to us. They can't even hit us with tariffs. It's free money, man.
I don't know why I asked. Come to mama.
Bro. Trust me, bro.
Looks
It's
good.
free money, dude. All right, how do I drink these stupid things? Hydro bulbs. Let me put it in my body. Drink. Drink it.
I advise caution. The fruit on Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual.
Nah, girl, it goes
Though,
well.
of course,
Almost all the time.
It was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
All right. Deconstruct the rail between the excavator and the orbital cart. What? Come on, man. All that time? All right, we need to smelt. Dude, this is a ridiculous base. Hold on. Remove these. Yo, Just Game. I'm sorry. My man Just Game added another 5 to the Toes gang over here. Thank you, brother. Oh. Hell yeah. And then Valis came in and dropped a sub. He's been here for 24 months supporting the stream. Bet you didn't think you'd be seeing Satisfactory to the Space Boogaloo. That wasn't my choice of name. If you started playing this, you'll be gone for 150 hours, Avocado. Yeah, dude, you're the Satisfactory king. Have you looked into this at all? All right, here's how it's gonna be. Can I rotate? Cool. So we're gonna smelt here. And then we're gonna launch here. And we're going to power whoops. Wait, nope. No. I messed up. Wait, give me that back. Give me that back. Let's do it this way. Let's do our power first. And then we'll launch. There we go. Now we'll connect from here. Drop it down. Drop it down. Throw it through there. Connect on this end. Throw a rail in. Lift up through there. And pop this bad boy. There we go. Okay. You just got it after watching? Oh, we got a power. Wait, insufficient power. Whoa, what? These things require that much power? Must build additional pylons. All right, that's not a problem. All right, we're clear. At least power-wise. Now we need to produce titanium bars from here. Okay, we got titanium ores coming out, output full. We need to select an output from the smelter to pull them. It's a pressure differential, right? We're an engineer. We get that kind of talk. Titanium bars. And here they come. Oh boy, we're gonna need faster rails. Squirt. Look at that. Squirt. Look at that. Squirt. Squirt that titanium, squirt. You know what they say about this? Squirt.
This isn't just random squirting. Oh no.
Not random squirting, guys. Training completed. Your basic training on Arcadia 7 is over, but it's only the beginning of your sentence. Sentence, man. I was having fun. Collect resources, optimize production, defend your base, and try to survive. Other players can now join your game. Okay, so we've got base building, obviously, logistics, production, and all that stuff. But we've also got danger. Enemies attack. There is FPS gameplay. We will build, craft, and upgrade weapons, armor, and other things. I don't know if there's vehicles. But this land is one that we can explore with other friends, find things, bring them back, craft other stuff, and ultimately build a base that does cool things. And there's more to the game. The sun explodes. That laser thing in the background does stuff. I'm interested in this. I think this will be a regular thing if you guys are interested in it, if you like it.
Communications channel active. Awakening other crew members. Ready. The Claywood Corporation hopes you will have a wonderful adventure and quickly pay off your debt. Good luck.
Can you hear me?
What was that?
Oh, don't worry. It's only B1690, one of your colleagues. You're connected via audio, even when they're not currently active.
When they're not active?
The human brain can't go on for too long without stimulation. When sleeves are sleeping in the regeneration chamber, they get a constant audio and video feed of everything you do. They can also communicate with you. You'll also get this opportunity.
Everything?
Relax. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
I mean, no thanks. I love how they don't even tell you that. They're like, hey, they can see everything you're doing. And they have been for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, I could see this being a regular thing if you guys enjoy it. I'm into it. Wait, are we out of storage or something? Oh, I gotta launch this stuff. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this look into the first like hour or so of gameplay in this game and what kind of basics you can get into. From here, we'll expand and see what else there is to learn, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna go. Awaiting.
I used to think it was horrible the universe was unfair. Then I realized, what if the universe was fair?
There we go.
And all the bad tens that happened to us were because we deserved them. Now, I take great joy in the general unfairness of the universe.
Bro, what the what happened to this rail, dude? Who did this? Paul Jones got laid off from Ubisoft and the game he was working on was canceled? Oh, shoot. Yeah, Ubisoft just canceled like 6 or 7 different games, including Prince of Persia. How dare they? Wonder if he'll go back to CIG. I hope so. I really hope so. He was great for the ship team. I'd love to see him come back. You can skip the tutorial, Avocado. Ubisoft is going through a power struggle. I mean, they're going through a whole bunch of things. Holy crap. It's sad to see. Honestly, Ubisoft is like... a really strong indicator of the gaming industry overall. I can't think of a better parallel, not only in the way that it's performed, but in the way people think about it. There's a lot of gaming companies that people abhor. EA, Embracer Group, and Ubisoft, just to name a few. But I think Ubisoft of anybody has been like the forefront of the industry because open world RPGs and action adventure games became like the go-to game type for the 2010s, and they really streamlined that with the Assassin's Creed and Far Cry games. So it was interesting to see how their own formula became so old that their games got dragged through the mud because they were still doing it and they didn't move on. And their way of just like continuing to pump out the same type of game without innovating is just so indicative of how the industry went in their space, their AAA space, and now they're collapsing like so much of the industry. You can do the tutorial in 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm a slowpoke, all right? Deal with it. How's this mining going? It looks like it's all caught up. I'm guessing you can mod all of this and like overclock or they're probably gonna plan it at least. Story items. Weapons. Healing. Can you add weapons to your buildings to defend themselves? That would be incredibly cool.
E4101, you look like you're a magnet for trouble.
I won't pretend I'm a saint. I've helped smuggle this and that in my time for those in need.
People like you don't understand order. You just cause more problems for everyone else.
And you always followed orders and ended up in the exact same places I did. I'd rather not follow anyone and be free.
You know nothing about me.
What?
I'm getting better at this.
Wait, was that my character talking? Were those AI generated voices?
Come to Mama. Looks good.
That sounded like a different
Good stuff.
voice actor. Dude, honestly, if somebody just randomly started talking to me in my head like that, I wouldn't just open a conversation. I'd be like, okay, hold on, slow down. Why are you even saying this about me? Hold on. Back up. That was the most unnatural second interaction I've ever heard between two main characters. You'll never buy another Ubisoft game after the always online requirements for a single player game with Silent Hunter series. I hate the always online requirements. Really dumb. The random voice lines you get from the other characters are weird. That was weird.
I'm getting better and better.
Girl, you're just picking a plant. She hasn't even built another building. Pats herself on the back more than I do. Some wolfram. Is there anything more exciting in here? Helium. Titanium. Wolfram alpha. More Wolfram Alpha. I like the geology. Verticality, interesting design. It's not straightforward. You can mine the entire thing in one shift if you aim at the body. Uh-oh. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. This is why you don't go that far. Help. Help. We're not ready for that yet. Don't want that smoke. Would love to see some SC ground locations look like this. Yeah, dude.
What the frag was that?
They're vermin, the main threat on this planet.
What do you mean, main?
Most of the people that arrived on Arcadia 7 were eliminated by these creatures. Natural disasters you can prepare for, but vermin are a bit more unpredictable.
Why didn't you warn us that we'd be fighting some overgrown... I don't even know what.
The IRO imposed a TS9 top-secret clause on their existence. They made very sure no one ever found out about them. Aside from high-ranking officials, only people sent directly to the planet have ever learned of their existence.
Claywood was here. You should have told us. You knew. Pretty little mushroom.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Wait.
Or ruins your kidneys. We won't know until you try it.
Did we just switch conversations? Because I picked the mushroom? I'd love some Star Citizen ground locations like this. I think the problem with Star Citizen's ground spots is that they feel so undetailed that once you see one, you feel like you have to start flying away to see more. If I landed in a valley in Star Citizen, like where my base is, let's say over there, and there were this many little vertical, like small canyons and nooks and crannies to go looking through for minables, besides just like a cave or two here and there, it'd be amazing to land just about anywhere in Star Citizen. They have to split the difference between being realistic somewhat and being interesting, but I would really like to see more dense places to visit that aren't just buildings, but small canyons, little caves, outcroppings that are used as pirate outposts. Whatever the f that is. Like, you know, all that kind of interesting. Yeah, Genesis might be the fix for that, for sure. Along with Starkitect. Alright, I'll do it your way, Maverick. If it makes you feel better. Copy and paste buildings everywhere don't help. But that's probably going to happen no matter what. Unfortunately. They just got to hide it better. Yeah, you gotta... It can't be like bin to one, bin to them all. Anybody know if you play this game in the single player version, if you go to your friend's server, like, is it persistent? Do you always have to be on? All have to be online at once? I'm assuming it's the kind of like somebody hosts, so they always have to be on. But can you carry your stuff into the other room? Like, can I bring all of my mineable stuff to go play with the boys? It's the same as Satisfactory. Okay, so you got to find somebody who can come online. Whoever is online most, basically, is going to host it. Oh, we were so close. Then to be quite honest, maybe we get a chat room for this going in the Discord. It seems like we have quite a few people here in the community who play it, and I like it. I think this could be a long-term thing. It's early access, so we get to watch it grow together. That's always fun. I love watching games grow. Until the normal places get their servers up and running, yeah. And then we'll get there.
Sam. What's so interesting in beetles or flowers?
They're part of the world we live in and are inextricably connected to it. We wouldn't exist without beetles or flowers.
We wouldn't exist without fundamental forces. Beetles and flowers can be easily replaced with automated systems. You can't replace electromagnetism.
You'd really want to live in a world without plants?
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about these like random dialogue things. It'd be cool if they were contextual, but they're kind of really out of nowhere. For an early access release, I think this looks really solid. There's obviously plenty that needs to be done here to expand, but I like this initial set. Got my interest, got my attention. Single player solo session and garden session. Yeah, exactly. You played this back in November, but you did here now to advance on tasks. Only those online at the moment get the reward. Okay. Or the map unlock. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Makes sense. Got to be active at least. Got to be online. Wait till you unlock the building drone. That is really cool. That's actually something I was very happy to hear that they're doing in Star Citizen as well. It's like a top-down view so you can build stuff in a more RTS style way. This has been a good first look, guys. I'm interested. We'll try this again at another point. Especially if people like the gameplay, I'll post this up over on Space Tomato Plays and see if folks are interested in seeing more Star Rupture. But I'm gonna wrap things up here because I gotta go get to doing some more video work. We got videos to put out. I gotta talk about crafting. I got a whole crafting review deep dive thing that's going out on the main channel tomorrow for you guys, and a couple other thingies. Woo! But above all else, folks, we've got the Daymar Rally tomorrow here on the channel. So if you're looking for a place to view it, obviously get the main feed up, get the official Atmo Esports feed up this time tomorrow. It's going to be a great time, and they've got great sportscasters to talk to you about it. But I will also be having my own live coverage here, which is a little more personal, I would say, a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look at the rally, and a specific look at GII. We got GII Racing tomorrow. It's got 3 teams on the board. I will be trying to check in with all of them, but mainly we'll be following the truck team and calling out what's going on there. Hopefully not crashing into anybody, but getting some good shots and coverage of the event for you guys. It's going to be pretty cool. It should be a good time. I'm going to pass you all over to... I'm going to send you to the info runners. Today it looks like they're chatting about the Inside Star Citizen we just had. You guys head on over there, have a good time with them. Skip Delta, that way you don't have to watch out for me. No, you pay attention to your race, man. Don't get distracted. We all know that you have some trouble passing the finish line. So I do me, you do you. You know how it is. PKP, my boy. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you on Saturday. Love you guys. Enjoy yourselves. You deserve good things. You're good people. Eat something you love today. Do something you love. Go somewhere you love. Give yourselves a hug or a pat on the back or something. And stay strong. See you tomorrow. Bye, ya, folks.